I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming up. For now. Hello. Hello, Gilgamesh. What a great name. How are you doing, Gilgamesh? Welcome to the live stream. We're on both, Gilgamesh. We multi-stream, mate. You can, if you want to stay on YouTube, you can stay on YouTube. If you want to come to the Twitch, you can come over to the Twitch instead. I do both. That is the beauty of me. Hello, Musty. I tell you what, mate, you're wrong. This is not a full suit. Maybe I'll reveal that later. Hello, Kazuma, man. Welcome. We are very close to kick-off of the deadline day stream. Obviously, I'm in the traditional gear, setup, suit, glasses, etc. Oh, yours file, excellent. And we're going to start with a big fuck you, Where is this bastard? There he is. Fuck this man. Fuck this man. Gerard Romero, how the fuck you pronounce your name? Piss off, mate. Piss off with your shitty hat. My hat is clear. My hat is unbelievably clear of yours, mate. You know, I can't wear it on my headphones, but, you know, maybe I'll sort that out later. Fuck off, mate. What is this fraud saying now? No one is prepared for what is about to happen. Yeah, I'm so sure, mate. Is it going to be a last-minute swing for Bernardo Silva? I don't bloody think so. I do not think so. But anyway, we'll be discussing that and more. Thank you, Kazoo, for letting me know that. I appreciate it. I don't know why that always says that, but yeah. A club's offered more than 400 million euros to sign Frankie de Jong. Yo, shut up, Romero. No one cares. Anyway, guys, this is what is happening today. This is the order of events. This is the situation. This is what is happening today. This is transfer deadline day. The final hours will be going live until around midnight, maybe half 11, but around then, the transfer deadline day officially slams shut at 11 p.m. in just under 2 hours. So this is literally the final hours, and I'll be talking to you guys throughout the night. I want to hear your thoughts on your team's transfer window. Are you happy with it? Are you not happy with it? Etc, etc, etc. And what I'd also want to do, so obviously we're going to go team by team. We can also look at non-Premier League teams if someone has got a real urge to not look at a Premier League team. However, generally speaking, we'll be going through each club's transfer window, and we'll also be doing a tier list at the same time. So, for example, if we started with, let's say, Arsenal, speak to the Arsenal fan. I want to hear what they have to say. Where would they rank it? And then we'll do the transfer window as we go. And I want to hear from Drill later as well when we get to the Liverpool section. I want to hear, hopefully, a good debate between him and Baldy on the FSG out situation. If you guys want to keep me updated with any of your things, then let me know as well. I'll tell you what, shall we get what's he called? What's that fraud called? Fabrizio. So let's get him up as well, and we'll just be having a look to see what's going on. It's already been kicking off. It's already been kicking off in the transfer window deadline day today. Confirmation of the likes of Aubameyang, for example. Kluivert is signing with Roma by the looks of it. Maitland-Niles, this is a recent one. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is joining Southampton on loan with an option to buy from Arsenal. Makes sense. I can't remember the last time I saw him in an Arsenal shirt. United are beating Leicester, by the way. Totally forgot that game was happening. Totally forgot that was happening. And what else? I think Forest are looking to sign Batshuayi as well. But we will have a look at all of these signings and more in all due course. Managing Barca, breaking news. City accept 10 quid at Tesco's to the fried chicken wrap for Bernardo Silva, says True Citizen. Well, that is official. And if you guys got official transfer news, then get it here, because you will get featured just like that from True Citizen with that official news. Can you please go on the City page? You want to see Akanji again? Yes, of course we can. Let's have a look. I feel like we should always have that one available, shall we? Let me just to avoid any issues, let's just do that. There we go. And Sorted. Let's have a look at Man City, shall we? This is my Twitter, by the way. LNobbins on Twitter. Go follow me if you haven't already done so, you frauds. Let's have a look at the kanji. There is a kanji and the Ake army. Don't worry, guys. We'll be talking about City. All in due course. All in due course. But yes, Manchester City have confirmed another signing. A kanji, a fifth choice centre-back. I assume not a bad option to have as a fifth choice at all. Zachariah to Juve has to be the most pointless transfer ever. The calculator, yeah. Curtis, I'm already following you back on... I could follow you back on Twitter, but I'm already following you on TikTok, my man. Hello, but Baldy, when we get to Liverpool, I want to bring you and Drill into the conversation. That is what I want. That is what I want. Indeed, indeed. Yes, come on now. Come on, lads. We had a really good transfer deadline day. The first time we did this, I'm hoping for a similar experience. As I say, the format's going to be, as it always is, we'll run through the Premier League teams. If anyone's got an urge to go for a non-Premier League team, we'll also have a look at them. And we will be doing a tier list as well for each club in the Premier League. So this is the window tier list. Broken, a bit shite, Zendaya's windows, blooming great, and double glazed right at the top. Okay, Curtis, I can do that then. We need to secure the signing of Arthur first, says Baldy. Well, don't worry, we will talk about that. But let's start, shall we, with Arsenal FC and their transfer window. What's been happening? What's been going on? What's been going on with Arsenal? I don't know if we're going to do it all alphabetically, by the way. I'll go in and out of teams, but for the start at least, why not? Let's have a cheeky look at it alphabetically. Let's have a cheeky little look. Start of their departures, and crucially for me, they haven't actually lost anyone key. Who's that? Is that Arthur? No, is it all Village? That's fine. They're not supposed to look good. They've sold likes of Guendouzi, Torreira, Leno, who we all saw against Fulham, against Arsenal for Fulham, is a bit shit. Pepe, who I believe is their record signings, has gone on loan to Nice. Tavares has always been shit whenever I've seen him play. So Arsenal have not lost anyone. However, they've done a lot of very good business. True citizen, yeah. One day Hobnobs will sponsor me. One day it will happen. But I'm very. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be buzzing. I would be absolutely buzzing with the transfer window. I don't know nearly enough about Fabio Vieira to talk about him. Matt Turner, didn't even know they signed him. That sounds like a name from Pirates of the Caribbean, doesn't it? But the key signings, obviously, it's Baby Jesus and it's Zinchenko. Arteta making a little mini Manchester City. Will be live until around 11:30 midnight, I reckon. Village, depending on how things pan out. But we shall see. And if you are a member of these, if you are a supporter of any of the clubs that we're discussing, feel free to let me know in the chat, and we will have a discussion in fact, what I will do is I will hop in the Discord server. And then an admin can ask someone to drag them in. So I'll always be in there. This is official breaking news from Musty. Espanyol signed Martin Braithwaite on a free transfer on a 3-year contract. Been told that Liverpool have made a late move for I don't even know how to pronounce that. Casado. Douglas Luiz deal has become difficult for Liverpool, and it looks like it's going to be more of an Arsenal signing from what I've gathered. Drill, are you currently waiting for your T to have to be? Yeah, Baldy, don't worry, mate. We'll do Liverpool and City, I think, towards the end of the stream, I think. Caicedo. Thank you, Jack, for that. But yeah, just going back to Arsenal for a second. I mean, don't know if Ali's here, because sometimes Certified Ali wants to come and talk about Arsenal. And as I say, if any of you guys want to talk about a specific club, do let me know when I'm talking about them. Gabriel Jesus already proving why he's a fantastic signing. Zinchenko, the same. Does it turn them into title challengers? No, I don't think it does, but it's a huge step in the right direction, and they will certainly be in a top 4 race this season. I've predicted them to finish 5th, but Chelsea have been really poor this season so far. Even Spurs as well haven't been that good, so maybe Arsenal almost nailed on to get top 4, but we shall see what happens. City signed the best keeper in the world and a random lad from Norway, says Curtis. Who's the Norwegian guy? Who's that, guys? Who's he? I don't remember City signing a Norwegian guy. If they did, he must have flopped, so I'm not really sure who that is. He has Village, that is confirmed. Maitland-Niles. It is is thingy. He is at the Southampton. But yeah, Arsenal, in terms of their transfer window, it's been at least blooming great. It's two key players for me, in Jesus and Zinchenko. I don't know how much of an impact Vieira is going to have. They got rid of a lot of dead wood. It's at least blooming great. I don't know if it's quite double glazed. If they sign maybe one other crucial player, maybe I'd be tempted to pop it up to double glazed. Maybe. But for now, I'm going to pop it in blooming great. That could change as we go down the stream. That could go down. Danny Rose has joined City, says Curtis. Not sure about that one. I'm not so sure. Let's talk about a club next, which has actually already lost a manager. Goodness me. And that is AFC Bournemouth. And if you guys have got any news, by the way, then do feel free to let me know. I will be regularly checking Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. And say if there's any transfers you want me to get my reaction on, feel free to pop it in the chat. And there you go, just to confirm that Espanyol signing Martin Braithwaite on a free transfer for a 3-year contract. What's this pinned one? Chelsea just approached Juve for Zakaria. Talks have just started. Sangare deal is off. Ongoing right now. Chelsea offering loan with a buy option. If Arsenal sign a cover for Saka, it'll be top IMO. Yeah, Mo, I feel like if they had maybe one more big signing, I'd be tempted to pop it into the highest tier Arsenal. But for now, I'm going to pop it in just blooming great. Personally, checking the tap merch. It's got to be done, unfortunately, Mo. It's got to be done on transfer deadline day. It is a thing. It is a thing. And the Zakaria one is done, says Musty. Baldy says up the PSG. As I say, we'll be talking about that later. Zakaria's been at Juve for 3 minutes. Hello. What a weird Donny. Anyway. What a weird Donny. I know Callum is a Bournemouth fan. I don't know if he's here. It would be really interesting to hear what he has to say about Bournemouth's transfer window. The long and short of it is... fuck PSG. The long and short of it is they haven't done nearly enough activity in the transfer window for me to be convinced that they are going to stay up. I will be releasing a future YouTube video on whether sacking a manager in and around the relegation zone actually statistically helps or not. I've actually crunched all the numbers and I do know the answer to that. That will be revealed on the YouTube video. But where's Will? Because I know he bums off Tavernier. But what have they actually done realistically? Neto, do you remember him? Do you remember him from FIFA? Good times. I don't think they've done anything. And actually, I think that's basically a broken window. I understand they're going for a whole sustainable model. Oh, is that Callum? Callum, mate, would you like to come onto the stream and have a chat about Bournemouth? If so, let me know. Let me know, Callum. I'd genuinely be very interested to hear from you. Tavernier wasn't very good for me on FM. Well, he must be dog then. Official confirmed Villa signed Dendoncker on permanent deal from Wolves. That surely confirms the Douglas Luiz deal. Do we know what's happening with Douglas Luiz? If we actually get Caicedo in as well, this window instantly goes to an 8.5 out of 10 at least as drill. Well, that's why I want to talk about Liverpool a little bit later, because there might be some late activity. Arsenal most probably. That is what I thought, Musty. Yeah, that's what I thought. As I say, Callum, let me know if you want to come on. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? I mean, Zizi, it's a fantastic, sensational question. I don't even know the answer. Your pan, okay, Callum, no worries at all. Well, just give me your written thoughts then. Give me your written thoughts on Bournemouth's transfer window and their decision to sack Scott Parker. I know you said that he didn't have a great attitude. And also, do you think it's fair for me to say that Bournemouth's transfer window should be right at the bottom in respect of the tier? Yeah, Dro, don't worry. I will. Drill, shout out the middle tier, by the way, Zendaya's windows. There's a lot of noise right now. Arsenal's former captain is going to play for Chelsea. Yeah, that whole Aubameyang one. I still don't really understand the Aubameyang to Chelsea one. But when we get to Chelsea, hopefully, if Squirmy's still here, we'll get a Chelsea fan on to have a chat about it. Of course, you can say this isn't just a Premier League one. Obviously, there's a focus on Premier League, but we will be talking about other clubs as well. Where they're two top tiers. One's double glazed and one is blooming great. That's why, because, you know, double glazed is like the prime window, isn't it? That is how it works. If Bournemouth managed to sign a Toulouse winger, for God's sake, it's easy. I'm not falling for that. Right, Nottingham. We'll have to get to Nottingham Forest later because they are just going insane. And here it is. Let's get this from Musty. If you've got any official news for me or hilariously unofficial news, let me know, and it will get displayed on the stream as it is just doing by Musty there. That is around 22 signings, yeah. Once the book clears, oh, for God's sake, Jack. I'll talk about West Ham if you're doing it like, yeah, DR, don't worry, mate. We will talk about West Ham. Hello, Donald. Apparently, Arthur, I believe it's pronounced, is coming to Liverpool. Baldy loves Forest. I'll give you my news. My sources are always correct. That's great. And Kevin will also do West Ham. Excellent stuff. As I say, if you want to say something about your club, feel free to let me know. And just hop into the general chat on the Discord server and just type in the chat, I want to come in, and an admin will pop you in there. Forest had about 2 full starting 11s already. Yeah, it's a bit mad. You can, Kevin, you can both. There's room for both of you to come and have a chat. There's room for both of you. Don't you worry. Parker wanted Rothwell for ages. He hasn't played a minute, and Parker has been sacked. And I popped them in broken. Parker, you know, I know Callum said that maybe he didn't have the right attitude. By the end of the day, I do think he is right in that his players aren't good enough. They are going to get relegated. I had them to finish second from bottom. I might be more tempted to make them rock bottom, but I cannot see them surviving relegation. I forgot we signed Rothwell. Oh, there we go. Yes, Joe Rothwell from... In fact, let's have a look at all their arrivals, shall we? Let's do this for Callum. My boy, Callum, who is in our Discord server. Wait, Sensi. Oh, I thought it said Sensi. I thought that was the former Inter Milan Italian midfielder. It's like, what? But no, that's the player this time from Feyenoord. We've talked about Tavernier. Rothwell is another one. Ryan Fredericks. I mean, they haven't really signed anyone of genuine note in before Will kills me for saying that. And Gay has, just to confirm, has re-signed from PSG. Don't really know why he left in the end. Sorry, I don't really know why PSG signed him. I don't think he was ever really that good. He was more of a sort of like mid Premier League side from what I ever saw. See you later, Baldy. Don't worry, Baldy. We'll be doing Liverpool much later on because there's a lot to talk about for Liverpool. Conor Gallagher to Aston Villa. Here we go. Loan with a 30 million option to buy, says Village. Let's get that up on the screen as well, shall we? Let's do it, shall we? Oh, yes, United start playing at the same time, Kick. So if you want to keep us updated with what's happening there, you're more than welcome to. Can't enjoy these Varane performances because his hammy will go soon enough. Breaking Fulham have agreed. Deal to sign. Oh, no, Zizi, I'm not falling for that. Clive went to Valencia instead of Fulham because he couldn't get a work permit. Oh, that's interesting. Born for Lord's being an inferior South Coast club. Vertonghen to Anderlecht. Here we go. Forest have agreed. Dealing principal to buy name out. Okay, this is a little bit mad. Village mate, where have you seen the Gallagher news? I don't know, but Village has done it. I've just popped it up. He might just be talking shit, but I don't care. I popped it up anyway because it's funny. But that is Bournemouth. Unfortunately, I've put them in the rock bottom tier. I do not think that they've had a good window. I appreciate the fact that they're trying to be a sustainable model, but if you don't sign everyone else, if you don't sign players and everyone else does, then you're a little bit fucked, aren't you? So I can understand where Bournemouth will come from, but at the same time, it's a no-no. Forest have more signings than they'll have points. Yeah. Come the end of the season, yeah. Why are you not letting me do this, mate? Come on, mate. Transfer marked. Premier League. Come on, Google. Don't let me down. I won't let you down. I'll just take you up, up, up. I want to talk about Brighton next. Brighton, I love Brighton. If I had a second team in the Premier League, it would be bloody Brighton. It would be Brighton. Let's talk about... Oh, this beautiful man, Graham Potter. This beautiful man, Graham Potter. Let's talk about the huge, huge departures and sales from Brighton. The Gallagher sign is apparently true. Gallagher isn't getting sold or loaned out, says Jack. Well, there's controversy in the Twitch chat right here. And Leicester have a free kick right at the edge of the box, which isn't ideal. Come on, the Leicester. But yes, anyway, going back to... Oh, breaking news, Holland's the best player to play in the Prem. It's going back to Brighton and their transfer window. As I say, look at all the players that they've sold. Cucurella for nearly 60 million quid. Basuma, 26 million. I think it's fair to say that their two best players, Morpay was their top goal scorer last season and the season before that, I'm pretty sure. Didn't get that many goals in fairness. I think he got 8 and 10 or 8, 8 and 10. Nevertheless, still their top goal scorer, if not that one of their highest top goal scorers. So they generated a lot of money, and as I say, sold crucial players primarily to London and Chelsea and Spurs. And yet Graham Potter is still doing bits. I'm pretty sure that Brighton currently are actually higher in the table than Chelsea. The power of Graham Potter. Breaking Man City agree a 60.5 million deal to sign Jude Bellingham from Dortmund, says Kazoo. Oh, if that was true, then Drill would be in the mud. Let's get it framed anyway, just because it's funny. Just because it's funny. In terms of the incomings, it looks like they've signed this little Ecuadorian chap to potentially be a like-for-like replacement for Cucurella or another option therein. Undav, my boy Undav, has also joined Brighton, but he technically signed for them last season, so he won't appear here. Cannot seem to get any minutes under Graham Potter. So Brighton, in terms of their transfer window, they've sold their best players. I mean, what can you say? They've sold their best players, and they've replaced them with players who you assume aren't really as good. Have they even replaced Basuma? Looks like they haven't actually replaced him with an actual signing of real money. Undav to save my FPL. I've had to ditch him, unfortunately. I've had to ditch him. Tony's in right now. So based on that, because Brighton, even though I love Brighton, just based on the fact that because I'm just basing it purely on the window, based on the fact that they've sold their best players, but at the same time, is it an issue that they've sold their best players? Where would you guys rank Brighton? Do you think maybe it's a little bit meh because they've sold their best players, but so far it doesn't seem to have really impacted them? Let me know what you guys think. Do I think Lamptey needs minutes? I think everyone needs minutes. Kevin, why not? Why bloody not? Arsenal have placed a new offer for Luis for a total of 25 million euros. I feel like he was signed by Villa for around that much, wasn't it? Or was it around 15, 20? I don't know. I feel like it was around that much anyway. Swansea stinks as halves. Ronaldo to Swansea, here we go. What a picture of Graham Potter. It's a lovely picture. Who have Brighton signed? Well, exactly, Jack. Not really anyone. They've signed this left-back chap. And they've signed this other guy. And this guy. Basically, players who I've not heard of. It looks like this is going to be a direct, like-for-like Cucurella replacement. But, I mean, Graham Potter showing, do they even need to sign any more players? I don't know. Oi, Mo, I've sold him now. Don't be mean to me. FK's is better than Bruno Fernandes. Fulham signed, for God's sake, Musty. It's not happening. Cole's a good look. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about Levi Colwell, Jack. Do you want to tell me more about him? And we sold Luis for 15 million. Okay, so it's a little bit of profit. News for real this time. Eintracht Frankfurt have agreed a 7.5 million deal to sign. No, Kazoo, stop. You're not getting me with that. You're not getting me with that. Every now and then I'll just pop in and out of Fabrizio Romano's Twitter just to see what is happening. Go follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you aren't already, guys. It's LNobbins. Done deal. Forest sign Beatty on loan with buy option from Rennes as medical is just completed. It's now time for Batshuayi. He's joining from Chelsea. I didn't even realize Batshuayi was still at Chelsea. And there you go, just to confirm the Anderlecht signing. Anderlecht are finally set to sign Jan Vertonghen. Deal agreed and now set to be completed. And as there's the other Forest signing, was signed Aurier as a free agent. I feel like we'll get to Forest later. I feel like they're almost signing players for the sake of signing them. It's a little bit mad. It's a little bit insane. The players they bought will become that good eventually. Their recruitment is brilliant. Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to pop it in the middle. I'm going to pop it in Zendaya's windows just because they've sold their best players, but it probably won't actually have any impact on them. So they'll probably be fine, Brighton, to be honest with you. Let's jump over to Leeds now. Leeds United. Hello, Leo. We can talk about Leicester, Leo, if you want to come on the stream. AP to come VP tonight. Antonio versus Vertonghen in the Conference League. Someone's going to Milan on a season-long loan with an 11 million option to buy. Leeds United. Again, similar story to Brighton in that they've sold their two most valuable players in Rafinha and Calvin Phillips for big boy money. Big boy money. There's Jesse Marshall's little face. So they've sold, as I said, they've sold Phillips and Rafinha. Rafinha helped them out a lot in their relegation fight last season. Phillips also being a good player. And I touched on this in my Premier League predictions video. They basically raided Red Bull with Jesse Marsh having that Red Bull connection, whether it's Salzburg or Leipzig. I checked out this guy who they signed from Bayern. Don't let that fool you. I think he's played like no games for the senior team. It's basically all in the junior team, so they're not signing like a Bayern quality player. Obviously, in terms of City news, they signed a youngster. Again, someone never even heard of, but City gained 5 million for that. City really wanting to win that net spend trophy. Arison scoring against Chelsea. Some interesting players that I don't know nearly enough about. It looks like Tyler Adams is going to be a like-for-like replacement for Phillips. Not sure if this Sinistero is going to be exactly similar to Rafinha in how he plays, but that seems to be the general idea. So again, it might be another meh transfer window for Leeds, because in a similar situation to Brighton, they've lost their 2 best players and they've sort of replaced them, but not necessarily directly replaced them. So based on that, I'm going to pop Leeds in the middle. But let me know if you guys ever disagree on anything. Let me know. For a club like Brighton, generating that much money and recruiting players is brilliant for them. 3rd tier IMO or 2nd tier. I'll pop them at the top of 3rd, Mo. Breaking Birmingham City have agreed a 1.5 million deal for EFC Barrow midfield. No, Kazoo, you fraud! You used the brackets ingenuinely to make me think about it. Romero's given us another update. They've ordered pizza to officers at Camp Nou. What a dub! What a dub! Rocker's solid. Wait, stop that. Liverpool signed another midfielder. No, right, okay. These names are actually nearly getting me now. You're not. It's not happening. You're not gonna get me. No, it's not happening. Fabrizio's just said something big is gonna happen at Barca. Well, has he now? Has he? Let's have a look. See. I mean, that's what the fraud João Romero said earlier. I can't quite see anything from Romero personally. Maybe that's just something that I need to. Sorry, Romano, not Romero, who is a fraud. No, you didn't. But now it's actually joined. Do not lie to me. I've literally got his Twitter in front of me, halves. You are not going to get me like that. You're not going to get me like that. And breaking news, Southampton have confirmation. Southampton have signed Sam Edozie from City. Another City youngster going to Southampton. And let's talk about Southampton on that note, shall we? I'm popping Leeds in the middle, by the way. Let's talk about Southampton. I think, Jack, you might want to come and talk about Southampton. Curtis has paid. I know you really liked Edozie, but look, is he ever going to get any minutes at City? Not realistically. No, it's not happening, True Citizen. I refuse. Yeah, so if an admin could please drag Jack in, that would be lovely. Letting Ferran Torres go was the best transfer decision this club has ever made, says Musty. It does seem to be a good decision so far. Not sure he's having the best time in Barca. It's early days, but I think that Alvarez is probably all right. I want Ferran Torres to do well, but it feels like Alvarez... I mean, I can't really remember Torres. I mean, he may have actually scored a hat-trick, but in terms of like a performance, I can't really remember Torres ever having a performance like Alvarez had yesterday. I appreciate it was only Forest, but it was still really good. Breaking Aston Villa stacks him, Jared, after just 5 games into the season, says, because I'm not sure that is true. Halves, mate. What am I doing? Oh, Jack's here. Hello, Jack.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing bloody great. I'm doing great. I've just been told to... Wait, let's go check this, because Halves has sent to me, so I don't trust him. Let's have a look at this. Oh, look at this. Wow, something big is happening related to FC Barcelona. Wow. Wow. I wonder what it could be. I don't really care. Anyway, Jack, I want you to talk to me about Southampton, because you are... I believe they're your 2nd team, is that right?
That would be correct.
Yeah, so talk to me about Southampton's transfer window. Talk to me about their departures, their incomings, etc., etc. Talk to me.
Right, so first of all, I'd just like to say that Romeo Lavia is absolutely clear of N'Golo Kante.
Dub.
What a signing he is. I do think it was a massive risk, considering they've now spent, I believe, 42 million on... Manchester City teenagers who have a combined total of 0 Premier League appearances start of the season. But it's working out fine.
So far, yeah.
Yeah. Gavin Bazunu, unreal. Snatched him from Portsmouth pretty much, which I'd love to see.
Who
Who's gone?
There's another signing that was today, wasn't there? Edozie, yeah, he's gone to Southampton as well. And Maitland-Niles as well, yeah. I feel like they're signing a lot of interesting signings for sure. I'm just not sure. And I know Lavi's already scored, and you say that he's actually started his Southampton career very strongly, same with Bazunu, but it's just interesting that they've taken this huge risk to sign these players who have got no Premier League appearances. I think at one point they were trying to get Liam Delap as well. He went He went. Where'd he go to in the end? Was it Stoke?
Stoke.
Yeah. Legend Monkey says Casado might be coming to Liverpool. Legend Monkey, we will be talking about Liverpool later. Don't you worry. The last City youngster I remember on the South Coast was fraudulent. Says Callum. I don't actually know who that is, Callum. Let me know who you're talking about, because I genuinely don't know. Do they still have Theo Walcott? It's a good question, Curtis. I don't actually know. Is Walcott still at Southampton, Jack?
He is. He just doesn't play.
He is.
He makes the bench anymore.
There you go. Musty, I couldn't find the one you were looking at. Unfortunately, I think it may have gone now, or it was not in order. Let me know what they said. We've got a Brentford. Oh yeah, we'll move on to Brentford after Southampton then. But yeah, so based on all that, Jack, they've taken a huge risk. Although I guess it might not be that much of a risk, because City probably have one of the strongest academies in the country, so maybe getting academy players isn't necessarily a risk. But based on that, based on the arrivals, main ones being Lavia, Bazanu, have they sold anyone actually, Jack? Do you know? Anyone of note?
We've sold. I don't know if we've sold him or it's only a loan out, but we've sold Oriol Romeu.
Oh yes.
I think there was talk of Bednarek leaving, but I don't know if that's happened.
Let's have a look, to see what's been absolutely confirmed. Breaking news: the Liverpool bid 59 million on Caicedo. More to come, says Village. Whether that is true, we'll find out. Yeah, so it looks like they haven't actually sold anyone. They've loaned out some players. Jack Stevens, Fraser Forster, forgot he existed. Will Smallbone, great surname. Yes, I haven't lost anyone, it seems, crucially. So based on all that, Jack, where are you placing their transfer window?
Right, wait, let me see these
in the tier list. We've got, at the bottom, we've got broken. That's where Bournemouth are. Above that, we've got a bit shite. Then in the middle, we've got Zendaya's windows, Brighton and Leeds. Above that, we've got Blooming Great, which is Arsenal. And then right at the top, we've got Double Glazed.
We've had a much better window than Brighton and Leeds, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So if I'm saying it's in Blooming Great, it's like the bottom middle of that.
Okay. So where is Southampton? There we go. Would you take top of Zendaya's windows?
No, because we've had a much better window than Brighton and Leeds.
Okay, well, I'll pop it at the bottom end of Blooming Great for now, but my instinct is to pop it at the top of the middle tier, but that remains to be seen. I mean, I might move Arsenal up, and then we'll have a look. Leo says it's at the top of the middle tier. Baldy, very interesting comment there. Southampton are definitely top of Zendaya. They're not in the second tier. Southampton is 100% top of the middle tier. So Jack, I'm sorry you have been overruled by the chat.
I don't care.
If you want to go back in the chat and call them fraudulent, you can do. And Billy Gilmore's joining Brighton for a fee of around 10 million quid. That's a good deal for him, because he's never going to play for Chelsea, is he, realistically? And Village says Southampton have had a better window than Arsenal. Interesting take from Village, as always.
Not quite. Almost. Almost.
But Jack, will I be talking to you later for some Man City transfer activity?
Of course you bloody will, mate.
Excellent stuff, Jack. Great talking to you, matey. I'll see you later.
Love you, mate.
Love you too. Bye. Okay, do we have the Brentford fan who wants to talk? Do we have the Brentford fan who wants to come on and chat to your boy? If so, let me know. If not, then I'll move on to someone else. But I would like to talk about Brentford next, if we can. Leo, we can talk about that after... Oh, sorry, Jack. Could you do it for me, please? Leo, we can do it after Brentford if you would like. We can have a little cheeky chat. I just want to talk about Brentford first. He's ready. Sensational stuff. Yes, can say. I tell you what, we'll do Brentford, Blackburn, and then Leicester. That's what we'll do. Hey, hello, my man. A. Costa, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you, man?
I'm doing bloody brilliant. What would you like me to call you, by the way? Should I just call you Costa?
Andrew. Call me Andrew.
I'll call you Andrew then, sunshine. Right, we are here. We are here to talk about the mighty Brentford. I believe you were here in our first ever Deadline Day special, so great to chat to you again, my man.
Yep.
Great to chat to you again. But basically, I just want you to sort of... I mean, you don't have to just talk about your transfers. You can also just talk about how you think Brentford will do generally this season. But just talk to me about Brentford's main arrivals and departures. From where I'm sat, it looks like the main departure was Ericsson, but he was a free transfer anyway. And then, really exciting one for me, because I did a Sampdoria save on Football Manager, Damsgaard has come in for Brentford. So yeah, so just talk to me about Brentford.
Yeah, so if we start with who we've lost, and obviously Ericsson is a massive, massive loss. That cannot be underestimated, and we have to accept that he's gone now. And I know there's been a bit of backlash from the fan base, but is what is. We moved on. He's our main sort of loss. You probably don't know who Marcus Forss was. That was our other biggest. He's gone to Middlesbrough. But apart from that, we have brought in some quality players. Every position where we've needed to strengthen, we've brought in. So we look at a right back last season. We didn't have a single recognised right back in our squad. We've brought in Belonga's Aaron Hickey, and I've been at all the Brentford games, and he has been exceptional. At the Crystal Palace game, he is Zaha on ropes. Like, this guy was class, and for how much we brought him, he's classic Brentford. He's an absolute gem.
Yeah, and also, I mean, let's talk about another defender who I love, Ben Mee, left-footed English former captain of Burnley. Tell me why he's the best defender in the world, please.
Oh my god, we love a bit of Ben, don't we? He is exactly what we need. We're looking for a player to hold down that defence, and for what we try to be, we're pragmatic. He is he's played for Burnley. He knows exactly what a relegation battle is like. And if you've been following the last 3 Brentford games, we've gone behind in every game. We've came back, and that's because he's bringing so much experience to that team that he knows if we keep pushing, we can get an 88th minute equaliser. We can get a 90th. It doesn't really matter, because there's that quality. But what he brings that defensive solidness and cover. And especially at the moment, we have no centre backs. They are all injured, apart from Ben Mee and Zanka. And Zanka's he's like 30 something, really getting on now. So Ben Mee, absolutely brilliant signing, and I think, yes, he's a bit old, but he brings an experience and just good quality to that back line.
And he's just a really quality player as well. James says Everton win the transfer window. Hello, Inky Squid. And KX, who's a Hearts fan. I know he's got a soft spot for Hearts. Anyway, I think he's a United fan. He is a United fan, but also likes Hearts. Says that Aaron Hickey is world class. Used to play for Hearts, play for Scotland. He's bloody brilliant. So there you go. Also, you got a really good signing there. We talked about Ben Mee. Ronaldo almost scored a bicycle kick, says Matty. Excellent stuff. And also, I mean, I don't know if Damsgaard has played yet for Brentford, but what an exciting transfer.
Yeah. Like, I saw someone on a stream earlier, and he said Damsgaard is basically the reincarnation of Ericsson, and I think that is a good way to describe him. He's played a few minutes here and there, and I think he's another gem who we have just found. Obviously not found, he was known about, and he does. The only worry is he has arthritis. So we're not quite sure if he's going to be always 100% fit. But he is a quality player once again. Remember that free kick against England? Probably quite well, all of us. So he is quality again, and it's like, why has not a bigger team gone for him? He is a brilliant.
Yeah. But by the way, shout out my boy Kieran Rants in the YouTube chat. Looks like we've got some rantlings, the Rants Army. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Big up. Excellent stuff. I'll be chilling in here for a bit until Ghana is announced, so I'm here all night, says Kieran. We will be talking about Everton later. Kieran, I don't know if you're doing a live stream, or if you aren't, then feel free to come on and chat about Everton's transfer window. It'd be great to hear from you. But you touched on it there, Andrew. Damsgaard. Yeah, I'm genuinely shocked that, again, no disrespect to Brentford, but I am shocked that he hasn't gone to a, quote, bigger club, because he's young, he's 22, he played really well against England at the Euros, and I feel like 13.5 million is a bit of a steal for a player of his quality as well. So Brentford, once again, I mean, we talked about their Moneyball finance strategy before, just doing absolute bits in the transfer window. Absolute scenes. And I guess the player they've actually spent the most on is Keane Lewis Potter. We do have a Hull fan in the chat, so I don't know if he can tell me a bit about him. But I mean, Andrew, should we expect him to start frequently for Brentford and be a bit of a difference maker as well? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, against the Crystal Palace game, which was on Tuesday night, he started, and I know some people were critical of his performance, but I actually thought he had another dimension. I think he looks like a brilliant player. He's 21, he's on a 7-year contract. Look, if it doesn't work this year, we go down to the Championship, he's going to shine, isn't he? If we stay up, he's going to shine. There is time, and that's what's clever about this signing. Either way what happens, I'm sure we can make a profit on this guy. He is, again, a quality player who, why has not a bigger club gone for him? Like, he was linked to teams like West Ham, Villa, even bigger clubs than that, and you're going, we've got another player who shined in the Championship for a whole team which wasn't brilliant, and he's another quality gem that we didn't know we were going to get, but it's lovely to have.
Yeah, sensational stuff, to be honest. ZZ, I'm not falling for these fake things with these innuendo names. But yeah, so Andrew, just final thing on Brentford is, where are we ranking them in terms of their transfer window? Currently, we've got I mean, it's got to be. Surely it's at least blooming great.
Yeah, I mean, so especially we brought in Thomas Strakosha, that gives goalkeeper defense. So I would put this as, if not top of the tier list, and I know that could be quite controversial, blooming great. The reason I'd say almost top of the tier list is because you have filled in every position where needed strengthening. You've brought in quality players. I want to see how other people react. I'd put it maybe right top of blooming great or low end of double glazed. I really would.
Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Jack says unbelievable. I don't think he's happy with that because I didn't put his Southampton in. Blooming great. But do let me know what you guys think. James says Everton are double glazed. I tell you what, because there are so many Everton fans here that have joined, I think we will have to. Sorry, I know I said we do Blackburn and Leicester next, but I do think we've got to do Everton next, just based on the fact that we got a raid based on that. So I think we have to do that. Top of second tier, says Leo.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Spurs in the second tier. Don't worry, True System. We'll get to Spurs. Breaking Frank. Right, is this real? Right, okay, brilliant. Sebastian Vettel, the F1 driver, has joined Nice apparently, according to Kazoo. Excellent stuff. I tell you what, I'm going to pop Brentford in blooming great. I am going to put them below Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Just because. Just because for me, Gabriel Jesus and it's where maybe where my City bias is coming in, but they're such quality players, and but there's not saying that Brentford had a poor window at all. I think it's really good, and I do think, as I say, Damsgaard was a wonder kid for me on Football Manager for Sampdoria. In fact, can I see what his market value is? There's no way his market value was only 13.5 million. I'm not having that.
Off the top of my head, I know there is of add-ons and whatnot we paid for him. The region of it, I can't. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Well, it says his market value is 13.5, and I'm not sure I buy that. I'm sure it was more than that. But anyway, I think that's a really good deal. And yeah, Andrew, just one last thing from you. Where are Brentford finishing this season in the Premier League?
I want to say something like, I think we can again get like 13th. That's exactly where we finished last season. I don't expect us to do a million times better, because I think this year the teams that are promoted and the teams that almost got relegated have strengthened. There's better quality in every single team across the league. But I'd put us again to get 13th. I think it's a good squad again. It's pragmatic and it's got everything that's needed to stay in the Premier League for at least another year.
Yeah, I really like Brentford. Love the way they play. Love their. I just like Brentford a lot, to be honest. And yeah, I think I've got them to finish. Certainly not in the relegation fight. I think I've got them to finish around 13th, 14th, or something like that. So I think they'll be more than fine. But yeah, Andrew, great talking to you. Lovely to have your insight on Brentford. I'll speak to you later, man.
Brilliant. See you. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Thank you, mate. Bye bye. There we go. That was, oh goodness me, nearly banned Andrew from the Discord server by mistake. That was Andrew. Lovely to hear from a Brentford fan about Brentford. Breaking news: Herta has joined QPR on a multi-year contract, fee undisclosed. Better quality than everyone except bloody Bournemouth, says Jack. Frank Lamps to score 4, says Inky. That would be tricky. Lamps needs to get his boots on. It's a good point, King Crockett. Village, what was your breaking news your breaking news, Village, if you could pop it up for me again, that would be great. I thought I said Beckenbauer then, but it said Blackburn striker. Never mind. Here we go. I found it. Let's pop this on the screen right now. Let's have a look-see. Pierre Betis is on. Barca wants to try and get Fekir in on a swap deal. Fekir looking unlikely. David Olsen confirms Bournemouth have signed. No, right. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not reading out these innuendo names. You're not doing me like that. Let's have another look at Romano, just see if anything is happening. Arsenal have not left negotiations for Douglas Luiz. Arsenal are trying to the end. It's players camp pushing. Also, with Aston Villa still fighting to keep him. Now, that will be interesting because that would be Douglas Luiz. Pep Guardiola was desperate for him to become a City player. He was a City player, but he wasn't allowed to play for us due to work permit issues. Hence, we had to sell him to Aston Villa instead. So again, he was perfect in mould-wise for City, going to Arsenal, where they're basically a mini Man City. Kieran is here. Kieran is my boy. Done deal. Forest signed Phil McCracken on loan with buy option from Norwich. His medical has just been completed. Goodness gracious me. It's all kicking off with Nottingham Forest. And let's talk about Blackburn next, shall we? Because I've been neglecting my Blackburn correspondent. Why am I being told to hold that? What do you mean? McCracken's a real surname, though. That's not a got me. That's natural surname. Kante, mate, are you here? Hello.
I'm here.
Hey. Oh, no, Phil. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, okay, fair play. You got me. I understand. Yeah, that was a good one.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, that was a good one. Well done. I didn't get the first name. No. Okay, I'll hold my hands up. Musty, you got me, mate. Well done. Well done. Fuck you. Anyway, Kante, how are you doing, first of all?
Hello, Curtis. I'm good.
Excellent stuff. So you're obviously a Blackburn fan. I have not been keeping abreast with Blackburn's transfer window, but talk to me. How's the window been? Are you happy? Are you sad? Expecting any business before the end of the window?
It's been okay.
What are the main incomings and outcomings? Sorry, Kante. Just people asking about the Discord. Yes, everyone can come into the Discord server. If someone on the YouTube could please do !Discord, just so that Ethan, Cook, and everyone else can join our Discord. If you'd like to, anyway. That's where you can chat to me and other people about football. Sorry, Kante. Please go on.
All right. What Leo just said. Callum Britton is one that we brought in. He's brilliant.
Okay. And what position's he?
He's a right back, which we desperately needed.
Mm-hmm.
We've also brought in Super Sammy Smodics from Peterborough.
Good name.
And Dom Hyam from Coventry for 1.5 million, which is an absolute steal.
Okay.
But we've lost loads of players, which is unfortunate. They're actually really good players.
So would you say that, for some reason, the Discord link isn't working? Yeah, just click that link that Jack's popped in, guys, and it should work for you. So would you say that in terms of net, Blackburn have actually lost more quality than they've put in?
We've got some good players on loan,
and
we've got some good really good players coming through our academy. So it's 50-50, really.
Right, well, that's a shame for you, I guess. So based on that, what position did you finish last season? What position do you think you will finish?
We came 8th, I think, last season.
Okay.
And I feel like we can get in the playoffs.
Get in the playoffs. Well, I'd love that for you, Kante. No worries at all, Linky Squid. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Leicester City have signed. No. I got done once because it was a really subtle one. You're not going to get me with any word that's got dick in it. It's not going to happen. Yeah, up the ranks. And Leicester did lose, just to confirm. They lost 1-0.
Oh, hey.
But yeah, so Kante, expecting Blackburn to make any sort of last-minute signings, or is this like going to be a relatively quiet deadline day for Blackburn?
Oh, it's not really quiet because we made a signing today.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, we got in Mola at like 12 o'clock when I just woke up. So, what was I going to say?
Something wise, no doubt.
All the Twitter people, like the trust people, saying that is done before 9 o'clock. Like we were interested in Siriki Dembele from Bournemouth. but that's just gone out the window. We've managed to keep Diaz, which is brilliant. After Fulham put in 2 identical offers of 6 million, like, we're going to accept 6 million, but it's just.
So it sounds like a pretty meh transfer window, to be honest, from Blackburn. I mean, we're not ranking them, but if we were, would you say they were in Zendaya's windows?
Well, I'd say a bit shy.
Fair enough.
The players we brought in are really, really good, like Tyler Morton on loan and Hurst from Leicester, and the players that we brought in on a tournament, can't say that, are like really, really good, like first team quality. But like our academy are like carrying this window. So say like Jack Vale, he's not a starter, but he's like, when he comes on, he changes the game. Adam Wharton, if you was looking at the football chat yesterday or general chat, you would see me just
Obsessing.
Every sentence I put.
Yeah.
Curtis, we were linked to him, but he went to Sheffield United.
What an L.
Yeah.
What a huge L. Depay to Chelsea's off, says Village. Jamie Vardy's been found. What's this? He's been found in his apartment with a gunshot wound, supposed from a 360 no scope, an hour after Richarlison saw his Rolex watch. Huge L for Jamie Vardy. Can't even speak.
Read what True Citizen said.
No, I refuse. I refuse. But Kante, great talk to you. Thank you for the Blackburn update. Any final thoughts on Blackburn?
Yeah. Whatever Curtis said about Blackburn, Preston and Burnley going up, only one of them 3 are going up, and that's Blackburn. I almost said Burnley then, oh my gosh.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Kante, for speaking to you. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. What are we going to do after this stream?
What, you and I?
Yeah.
Gonna play Fortnite, mate.
Oh, I thought you forgot then.
I never forget, because I'm an elephant, and I'm a fat fuck.
You're a Burnley fan.
That's major cap.
Wait.
See you, Kante, mate. Bye-bye.
See you, bastard.
Wow, I just got called a bastard. Guys, if you're in the Discord server, what you need to do is you need to click the thumb button. Hopefully one of my moderators will be assisting you with that. That is how you do it. Preston going up, says Curtis. James says, Kieran, can you please manage Everton in 30+ years? Stephen Hawkins leaves the Discord on a 2-day loan. What? I'm confused. Leo, are you still here to talk about Leicester? Let's talk about Leicester and then let's talk about Everton, shall we? If Leo is still here. Preston played 7 and have conceded 0. Transfers to Blackburn Rovers is close. Rumoured price is 1 million quid. I didn't read out the name, thank God. This will be a short talk, says Callum. If you hop into general and then an admin/mod will drag you in. Everton made one last offer for Diaz. Says King Crockett. Then Godfrey should play DM. Arto has signed, yes. We will be talking about the Liverpool one and whether that's actually a good signing, whether it's going to make a difference, or whether it's an issue that they've signed someone temporarily rather than permanently. Hello, Leo. Leo, the Leicester fan. I'm not. No, Matty, I'm not. I mean, many things to talk about for Leicester, by virtue of there being not much to talk about Leicester in respect of their transfer activity. Have they even signed anyone? Yes, they have. They have signed people. Okay, great. So we can actually talk about some signings, because last time I checked, they hadn't actually signed anyone.
We've got a shit backup keeper and a centre back I've never heard of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming the reason why this what's he called, Wout phase? Don't know. He's come from Rems. Interesting. I'm assuming he's come in because you've sold Fofana to Chelsea for over 70 million quid. I'm assuming that's a sort of like for like there. But yeah, Leo, I'm assuming you're not happy, Bunny. Leicester have just lost to United as well at home. So just I mean, have a rant if you want. Talk about Leicester in the match talk about Leicester's transfer activity or lack thereof, just go for it.
I'm not as bothered as some people. Like today in the match programme, Tops literally wrote a statement saying about how we've had a lack of transfer business, and it's because we've got to secure the financials of the club, which is fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I more just want Brendan Rodgers gone.
Oh, wow, interesting. Okay. Does he not have any credit in the bank from nearly getting top 4? What was it, the other season? Or do you think his time's up? Just need a fresh ethos at Leicester, need a fresh manager?
Nah, he's got worse every single season. And I don't really see it getting much better, mainly because we can't afford to sign anyone. So I think the best thing is just a fresh start, let someone build the philosophy that they want, and then once we get a bit of money in the bank, he can buy the players he wants.
Callum says it's almost like a Ranieri repeat. Baldy says Rodgers is a serial bottle job. And Musty asks you, Leo, would you take Ranieri back?
No. I love that beautiful, bold Italian man, but no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was then, and this is now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Baldy says he did win their first FA Cup, to be fair, and they also won the Community Shield against City as well. But all good things come to an end. Sorry, Leo, go on.
It gets stale. Like he doesn't seem to be innovating enough. It's happened with all the clubs he's been at. He's played good football and then he seems to go to a boring 5 at the back. And
Who raised an interesting point? Curtis raises an interesting point. Would you take Scott Parker?
Absolutely.
All
the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's quite a progressive, exciting manager, isn't he?
He does play similar to Rodgers, but he'll implement it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just what we need. I mean, last season I wanted Jesse Marsh for something completely different, but obviously he's at Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
We need about 10 new players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, because obviously, Leicester's struggling to sign players because of financial reasons. Does the sale of Fofana for over £70 million give any wiggle room for Leicester, or is it still no? If we want to sign anyone else, we'd have to sell maybe someone else.
No, we can't sign anyone.
That's such a shame. Why? Do you know why that is? Is it just because of they've spent a lot in recent years? It's all built up. They just need to chill out a bit now, or is it a wage issue? Do you know the reasoning for that?
We've spent quite a bit. Some players like Maddison are on quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also just trying to be safe. We're committed a loads of money because we're renovating half the stadium and the surrounding area as well. So it's about building not only the team but the entire club, making sure everything runs properly. So
yeah, and to be fair, I do think that in recent years you've robbed United and Chelsea in terms of centre half sales, because Fofana might be a good player, but Chelsea are paying approximately £2 million per Premier League appearance he made for Leicester. That's how much of an overspend it was from Chelsea, in my opinion. How good do you think Fofana is, Leo?
I rate him very highly, and I don't blame him for leaving because he can't refuse that move. But where there's been noise around him, not him directly, he's said that he's not been the one, and Brendan Rodgers has said he's not the one who's been making the noise about wanting to leave.
It's more of an agent situation.
His agent,
yeah,
his wife has been making a lot of fuss about it.
Oh,
obviously, it's a great move for him. He's got a young kid. In terms of just outside of football, his family, it's great for him, and it's great for us because we've got up to 80 million.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad how much they overspent. Jake says, breaking, killing Mbappe to bin FC. This deal has happened because Calvin the Dragon fell to the floor after being no-scoped by his guard, and no, what a huge dub that is. And Callum asks you, Leo, would you take Bielsa or Rafa at Leicester?
Not Rafa. Rafa's time's done.
How about Bielsa?
Like
that would be very different. Or is that too much of a risk?
Because I think it's far too far the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think our players are too lazy. Madison's far too lazy. So is Tielemans. I really want Tielemans to go, because I want even if we got 10 million for him, it's better than letting him go on a free. I think he won't. If we lose him, we won't get relegated. But keeping him, we're not going to push for anything. So it's just cut our losses.
I've been told to check Sports Bible about Bernardo, but I can't see. Oh, there we go. I can't see anything. Just to confirm, Liverpool have signed Arthur on a season on loan. I can't see what the Bernardo news is. Oh, here we go. Bernardo Silva's agent George Mendes apparently landed in Barca tonight, according to reports in Spain. Yeah, these guys need to chill out, man. He's not going anywhere. But Leo, just last thing on Leicester. Where are you ranking their window? Can it be anything but broken?
No, it really can't be.
Would you say it's worse than Bournemouth? You're above Bournemouth, okay.
We're above Bournemouth because we've made good sales, whereas Bournemouth have done nothing. And if you're counting Scott Parker as part of the window and sacking him, that's shocking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think just getting double the value for Fafana makes it not the worst in the league. But yeah, it is a bit shite, but it is also broken. Not necessarily Leicester's fault because of financial reasons, but there you go. And just last thing from you, Leo, where are Leicester finishing this season, do you reckon?
A solid 16th.
Oh wow, that's really low. Almost in a relegation fight then.
No, we'll be far better than the relegation fights, but nowhere near good enough.
Got it. Yeah.
Like anywhere else. Like Leeds and Brentford are way above us. So are Palace.
There you go. And Callum says, doesn't improve the situation, but Bournemouth are linked to Southampton shitter. Nathan Redmond, brilliant. Well, Leo, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me, giving that insight into Leicester. And I hope you have a good rest of your evening, mate.
And you.
Bye-bye. That was Leo, Leicester City fan. He's comprehensively agreeing that Leicester are broken in respect of their transfer window. Hearts have signed a striker, says Curtis. Who should we look at next, though, chaps? Who shall we look at next? We could do Everton, but I know Kieran said don't rush. He said there's no need to rush, but we can do Everton if we need. I'm just wondering if there's people who need to go and therefore would want to talk now. Ben says, hello, Ben, by the way, says Man United. Don't worry, guys. We'll do United. We'll do City. We'll do all of them. I feel like I want to do Liverpool, City, United closer to the end of the stream. So I wouldn't mind doing Everton. I wouldn't mind doing who else? I wouldn't really mind doing anyone as long as it's not any of the ones I've just mentioned. Them. Breaking news: there'll be no more transfer to the Camp Nou. So what was that? What was that situation where that guy was like, "Oh, something big's gonna happen in an hour"? What was that all about? There we go. Kieran wants to come on. Let's talk about Everton then. Let's talk about Everton FC and let's get Kieran into the chat. Kieran, I'm assuming you're in the Discord server now, man. If you hop into the general chat, the voice chat, if you scroll all the way down, there should be like a voice chat thing you can hop into. Lord Gemini wants West Ham. I'll tell you what, we'll do West Ham after Everton, and then you can get dragged into stream chat. They're trying to do the Pjanic Fekir swap, but nothing could be agreed. Ha! Yeah, fuck you, Gerard Romero, you dick. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yes, Kevin, we'll do Everton, then West Ham. That is what we will do. Official statement from Depay. I've decided to stay at Barca. Wow. Now, that is interesting because they were trying to look to terminate his contract and just get him off the wages. But the fact he's staying there is a huge L for Barcelona. Because, they only signed him last season and already he's not wanted at the club. So, really odd. It's Barcelona. What do we expect? They bottled Fekir. Yes, they did. I think Kieran's just been dragged into the stream chat. Yes, in fact, he has. Kieran, mate, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent stuff. We are joined by the one and only Kieran Rants. Kieran, how you doing, first of all? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, yeah. To be fair, I've been very underwhelmed today because of our transfer business, but apart from that, I've been all right, yeah. How have you been?
I've been bloody great. I'm doing even better now that I think this is your first ever appearance on my channel. I know if I've appeared on yours a couple of times, but it's good to have you on mine. And thank you for bringing over the Rants Army as well, or the Rantlings, as I like to call them.
Of course.
But you're obviously Everton fan extraordinaire. And I mean, just talk me through what your thoughts are on the transfer situation. Obviously, the main departures are, Richarlison's gone. I forgot Dele Alli existed. And it looks like you've brought in actually more players than I thought. I forgot about Morpay. I think that was confirmed maybe today. McNeil, of course, but also Onana and one more player, Gay as well. Yeah, so a little bit of activity. But yeah, Kieran, just give me your general thoughts about Everton's window.
Well, mate, we are assembling the Avengers here. As you can see, there's 7, maybe I think 6 or 7 transfers we're probably going to be doing. But it is... So what we've done is we've signed 2 centre-backs in Cody and Tarkowski. We've signed 3 midfielders in Onana, Garner Gay, and more than likely James Garner, but it's not been confirmed yet. And if you're looking at the transfer market, because I know you were using it before, you've got McNeil, and there's one other guy as well, Mopai.
Mm-hmm.
So we've covered the board really, but we need one more striker, and it's like what we've done, Everton. It really summarises into this. You're waking up at Christmas. You've gone down the stairs and you've opened up the big box, and the big box has got a PC in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got all the parts to your PC. However, when you go and set it up to your desk, you realise you haven't got a monitor. And that is exactly what is happening at Everton. And in this analogy, the PC of the centre-backs, for midfielders, all the extra bits, or I say all the extra bits, it is the bulk of the team. You know what I mean? We've sort of looked at the spine and made sure the spine is quite strong, at the back especially. But we can't actually progress anywhere. We can't, play the game, so to say, because we haven't got a striker. So the missing piece is another striker. And I know we signed Mopai, but we've sold Richarlison, and with Dominic Calvert-Lewin now injured, there's a big concern as to where the goals are going to be coming from, because Richarlison put up about 30 goals in the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And no other player bar Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's also injured, has came close to that. Mopai was about 6-7 goals off of it, I think, if you compare it. And then after Mopai, it was who was it? I don't know who it was after, but he had like 8-9 goals. So it's a little bit concerning, but we're going to be fine. I think. So, yeah.
Curtis asks, what about the mighty Rondon?
Oh, well, unfortunately, I have gave Rondon FC away to Planet, and we have started Mopai FC, but the propaganda hasn't truly begun yet, because obviously he hasn't started yet. But Rondon, to me, is a player who I think's been done very dirty at Everton, and this is why. He came in exactly 1 year ago today at about 12 o'clock, and he got thrown right in on the weekend straight after, because Dominic Calvert-Lewin was injured and because Richarlison was playing on the wing, because we didn't have any other depth. So Rondon had to go from the Chinese league, which is fucking easy ass. Excuse my French there. It's easy. To go into the Premier League, the most competitive league in the world, and he had to try and adapt and score goals. And I always thought Rondon was going to crack on, but he never did, because he just wasn't. He was always trying to playing catch up, and he was good in pre-season, man. He didn't get the goals or anything, but he was getting into he was playing better than Dominic Calvert-Lewin was. Yeah, and he just wasn't favoured by Lampard. It's as simple as that. So I don't know why Lampard doesn't favour him. Maybe because he is Rondon, but he was choosing McNeil over Rondon to start up top. I mean, that's bad in my book. That's a real big tactical error on on Lampard's half, in my opinion, because I think Rondon scores more goals. But yeah, he's done. Mopai's in. and Mopai's our starting striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
go
go on. No, go on, Kieran.
I was just gonna say it's funny with fingers with Mopai, right? It's funny because we go after the striker who the team he's coming from doesn't struggle to create chances but struggles to score goals, and we're going after their striker.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's
Yeah,
really,
it's just-
really interesting because I think you touched on it. I think Morpay's got. I think he had 8. I think he was 8 goals last season. 8 goals in terms of Premier League goals. 8 goals the season before. I think his highest tally for Brighton is 10, and that was a couple of seasons ago. So
Yeah.
with Calvert-Lewin, who is apparently made of glass, which is a huge shame because I love Calvert-Lewin when he was fit. But he just seems to be constantly injured nowadays. I don't know if that's like an injury which is the same recurring injury, or if it's different injuries, or if it's just unfortunate. But he's unreliable at best. And with Rondon, who's about 87 years old, Morpay doesn't not necessarily clinical. It's an odd. I'm not saying it's a bad signing, but it is certainly a really odd signing.
Yeah, well, it is. It absolutely is. Because he's if you excuse my French, he is an absolute shithouse, I must say.
Yes.
So I would, he replaces Richarlison's absolute shithousery. However,
That's a good point.
he's just a bit. We need one more player. Like, this is the thing, right? That I don't get. Why are we not going in and signing a Brozier on loan? If we were to sign a Brozier on loan, all of these problems about Mopai wouldn't exist, because those two would even out the same. Those two would get the same amount of goals as someone like Richarlison would on his own. So it would make sense just to get 2 strikers in, but we've only got 1, so it's just a bit. Yeah, it was a bit of a mad one. And Mopai to me is, I mean, he's never really impressed, has he? 24 goals, I think it is, in the past 3 seasons. As you said there, 888 every season or around there. It's not exactly impressive, is it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've just got some news then. We have officially signed James Garner from Man United. That is a done deal.
That's interesting. Oh, yeah, I've just popped on my screen as well. Yeah, very interesting deal.
So
Does he go straight into the first team?
Nope, I don't think so. And this is the funny thing, right? So I thought we were going to play a 3-4-3 with obviously Cody coming in. You'd assume to play a back 3, and we had an overload of centre backs. But what's happened is Mina, Godfrey, and Holgate have all got injured. So now we've only got 3 centre backs.
Yeah.
Instead of having the 6 that we had before, now we've got 3. We've halved in the amount of. We've just halved in the amount of centre backs that we've got, but now we've got an overload of midfielders, because now we've got Iwobi, Onana, Garner, right? Den Allen, Decore, Tom Davis, and still on the books is Gomez.
Yeah.
Now Gomez is going to be leaving, I think, but I mean that's 7, 8 midfielders there, which I mean the old guard of Carlo, Carlo with Gomez. Alan, Rodriguez, Decore, all of them have going now. They aren't starting. This is a very new Everton from what you saw 2 years ago. So it's an exciting time, but it's also quite a fearful time, because I don't know how Lampard's going to set all this up.
No. Mo makes an interesting point. Who says they signed Gay as well. Garner's there to develop for a bit, and then he'll start, which is interesting. But from all those names you've just listed to me then, in terms of midfield, you said Onana, Gay, Garner, Allen, etc., etc. No real sort of like players who are going to progress the ball or carry the ball or play forward passes. Do you know what I mean? They're all very sort of. I'm not saying they're not talented in terms of passing, but they're mainly more, I suggest, defense oriented, or more about being workmanlike rather than being creative. So a very sort of similar profile of midfielder as well for Everton.
What I will, I partly agree with that, but partly disagree with that. And where I disagree, I agree with that. There's a lack of creativity outright. There's no sort of Rodriguez in that team. You know what I mean? There's no sort of creator like that. However, how many games have you watched of Everton this year, Nobbins? I'm not trying to have a dig, but this will really intrigue me, because Alex Iwobi has been a completely different player this season.
That's interesting. So is he not playing on the wing, Iwobi?
No, he's playing down the middle.
Ah, that's interesting. I did not know that. Interesting.
Have you watched any games this season?
Not full, no.
Okay, so it's the thing, right? Iwobi's completely different, man.
Interesting.
Different. Honestly, he is totally changed the book, and he has somehow this season, and you wouldn't. This is why I'm asking, because you wouldn't have seen it. He has absolutely turned the corner. He is creative. Maybe not so much as in a classic creator, you know what I mean? Not like a James, but he can take on 2-3 men at a time, and he gets through them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But he is more of a workhouse. He's not a creator. He's a workhouse. And he's up and down the pitch all the time. I need to get some sort of player profile, and I'll send it to you, because I can't describe it right now. But he's not exactly a James Rodriguez, but he's not defensive minded. He is.
That's very interesting. That's
and
very interesting. Yeah.
and Onana is more defensive, but all these players all want to play in a pivot. So Iwobi, just the way he is, he somehow turns into this player who is defensive but also attacking as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He can do either one. So box to box, pretty much, isn't it? Onana is a box to box player. He's not a creator at all, and he's not really an out-and-out defensive midfielder, but he is more defensive than attacking, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
He can slide into other players. He's 6'4", and he's fantastic on the ball. And then obviously what you got with Gana Gueye is, you might have seen him at PSG quite a bit, is he's progressed his game from being a defensive midfielder more to a box-to-box role.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't speak on James Garner, but these players can all play in a pivot. So I don't know whether we're going to go with a 4-3-3 or we're going to go with a 3-4-3, because whichever way you look at it, you can play either formation and the midfield would be solid throughout. So I'm just interested. I think what they both provide, especially Gana Gueye, is a bit of balance, because Gana Gueye is naturally more defensive minded. You know what I mean? He is more a defensive mid. So I'm interested to see where we're going to go, because the midfield is the biggest part for me. I mean, we could go back and forth about Tarkowski and Cody all day, but we already know what they're about. They are centre defenders. They're both, were former captains of their clubs. They've came in and shored up the back line. And we can talk about. I mean, to be fair, actually, I want to talk about McNeil, if that's all right.
Go for it. I'm loving this. Yeah, go for it.
I'm the only signing I'm not happy with is McNeil, and I feel like he is like James Tarkowski's little brother, because he literally. Why else would he join? I mean, look, I don't know what the fee was like. I don't know whether we paid 5 million up front and then we paid 10 million after, right? He's consistent, but he's consistently awful. Okay, and I've seen why Burnley didn't want him on the books anymore. Why we didn't go and sign Cornet is an absolute mystery to me, because he would have signed if we would have got him early. And it's the same stuff with the Diaz stuff. Why didn't we go and get Diaz when we went and got McNeil? Well, I don't get why we haven't done the business sooner. You see, with the likes of City, they've done the business straight away in July, done, dusted. Look where they are now, right? With us, we're sitting here on deadline day, just having Garner announce at 16 minutes past 10, and hoping that another player comes in through the door, which it won't. Okay. So McNeil, for me, was a stupid signing. I don't know why we spent 20 million on when we could have spent 20 million on Diaz, on Cornet.
Yeah, it's
on Brozier.
Yeah, it's not cheap at all. And you just mentioned Brozier there. That could have gone towards, or even that, instead of more pay, you could have spent more like 30, 40, maybe even 50 million on a striker, someone in the mold of like Ivan Toney, for example, someone like that.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm just a little bit annoyed, because we just, by the looks of it now, when the conclusions are made, we've spent 60, 70 million, so we had the money to spend anyway, but we just didn't spend it on the right players in some areas. Obviously, not the best thing to do. Let's go through them and we'll rank them, because that's the best way I can get before it's out. Tarkowski, great signing on a free.
I agree.
Have you got all the players up actually, so you can keep track?
I do.
Okay, so I'll try and do it from the first signing to the last signing. So Tarkowski on a free is levels above everyone else in our defense, even Godfrey. Cody, I can see his flaws, but still levels ahead of everyone else.
That's a good signing. I think that's a good signing.
Yeah. So both of those two are fantastic. Ruben at left back on loan. I'm a little bit concerned because he's not. Lampard could have played him a few games, but he just hasn't played. So he's a whatever signing. He's absolutely may as well have not happened. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know what he offers, but he offers something, I guess.
Mhm.
Then we've got Garnagay,
Yeah.
2 million up front, and then he's here for 2 years. Fantastic signing.
Yeah. He's back.
And to be fair, he loves the club. I know he's got some questionable views about gay people or just gay marriage or whatever it was.
Which is ironic because his surname is gay.
Yeah, exactly. That's just the thing. So, yeah, I know. There's this Twitter account called the Rainbow Toffees. I know they were fuming at it, but I'm just sitting here going, right. Let's be honest here.
From a footballing perspective, it's a good signing.
Let's be honest here. He's not coming to prime, has he?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Okay, I don't agree with the view, but we live in a free society. So if your view is that you don't like gay marriage, because we have freedom of speech, I can't go. You know, I don't think he should be denied an opportunity to play football because of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean. Now, don't call me a homophobe, whatever, in the chat, okay? But if
You're
you're
fine,
a
you're
reasonable
fine.
person, if you're a reasonable person of a bit of knowledge behind you, you'd understand that that's his view. He hasn't inflicted harm on any gay people, so he's not had any sort of criminal record or anything surrounding this. It's just his political view.
Yeah,
that's all it is, and it's not a violent one because he hasn't acted upon it.
And he's a good footballer as well. So
yeah, and obviously we're talking about football here. We're not talking about politics. So,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So Garnagay comes in. He's a good signing. Garner, or James, as I'm going to call him now.
Yeah.
Fantastic signing. £8 million with a sell-on clause of 20%. You think about that now.
That's great.
If you sold him for 50 mil, that'd be what, 10 million?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a lot, is it? Really? You think about it. You're getting 40 million then, and that's at high range. So really, we are going to be paying United peanuts here. Absolute peanuts to me if he does anything. I was concerned about a buyback clause, but they haven't got one in. So it's probably a priority, but is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also got McNeil. Not a fan of. He is Tarkowski's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I was doing a starting 11, he still doesn't get into the starting 11. I mean,
yeah,
that just tells you everything you need to know.
Onana.
Onana, that's his name.
Brilliant.
Onana. He is. He would get into Liverpool's side.
Bold.
He's that good. He would get into Spurs' side, Arsenal side, United side. What the big six am I missing out? Chelsea side. The only team he wouldn't get into is City.
Well, that's a bold statement from Kieran. Let me know what you guys think about that in the chat.
Yeah, he is world class. No, I'm not. He's not world class yet, but he is fantastic. Okay, and that's where you want to spend 30 million on. You know what I mean? That is. He is. You'll see it. You will probably buy him.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years. I could be making that up, but if we don't progress on as a club, he will be. Yeah, that he'll be fantastic. He honestly, he will go right to the very top, very very top. Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually looking like Everton have had a much better window than I actually gave them credit for. In fairness, they've actually signed a fair few players over the last couple of days. So with that in mind, where do you think we can rank Everton's transfer window?
All right, what are the tiers again? Can you run
through them? So at the top we've got double glazed. Then we've got Blooming Great, which is where we've popped Arsenal and Brentford. In the middle, we've got Zendaya's windows, which is Southampton, Brighton, and Leeds United. Just below that, we've got a bit shite. No one's gone in there yet. And at the bottom, we've got Broken, which is where we've popped in Leicester and Bournemouth.
Right, that's it. Oh, right. I don't know why you should. If you put, I think we've had a better window than Brentford.
Okay.
But we haven't had a better window than Leeds and a few. Oh, actually, have we? Oh.
I don't think Leeds has been that good, to be fair.
No, we haven't, because they've lost. No,
they lost Rafinha and Phillips. That was my thinking there.
No,
it sounds blooming great.
I don't. It's back to that PC analogy. Honestly, it is that. I'm really tempted to put us in the top tier, and I know you don't have to. But
I'm not sure I can go that far.
No, but if you think about Arsenal, right, they're still missing a centre mid. They've filled out every other position.
But they've signed Jesus and Zinchenko.
I know, and that's why they've got 5 wins and we've got none. Right, put us below. I'd put us below Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
But on the same level because
above Brentford.
Oh, absolutely! I don't know why Brentford are so high up. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Who Brentford have signed? Lewis Potter, Hickey,
Damsgaard.
Not a fan, mate.
Damsgaard the god? What do you mean?
Mate, he was you know what's funny about Damsgaard? He was 40 million euros, right? Last summer, because of the Euros. This summer he's about 15 million.
Exactly, it's a bargain. And they signed Ben Mee, who is a god.
Ben Mee, but we've signed the better Ben centre back there.
That's not true. I'm sorry. Ben Mee's better than Tarkowski. I'm sorry.
No. I know you're bantering there, Nobbins.
Is Tarkowski left-footed? Yes or no?
Mate, and Nathan Ake's left-footed.
Exactly, and he's a great player.
Wait, let's think who else is left-footed here. I'll get a name up of who's left-footed.
Tell you who else is left-footed? Erling Haaland and Lionel Messi.
I must say, Erling Haaland's. You know what's funny about Rory? He's been going around everywhere, hasn't he? Rory.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it was you're very disrespectful to the establishment, City fans. Right, I'm putting us below Arsenal, but above Brentford. I don't know why Brentford are so high. I think Brentford should go down a tier. I can't lie.
They probably should. I think it was just because I like chatting to Andrew. That's why. The Brentford fan.
If you're watching that, Andrew, I'm sorry, mate. I've got to disagree, but
okay, we'll
don't let my
that.
opinion override is. I'd put us. I'd obviously let the chat vote as well. Maybe not the YouTube chat because it is swarmed, but the Twitch chat, I would say second. If you're looking at actually windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in top 5 windows this summer.
I mean, you might be. Just double glaze is going to be a very high tier. I think there'll be 1, maybe 2 teams to get into that top tier. So based on that, Blooming Great is probably about right.
Yeah,
probably about right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And maybe we'll sign a striker within the next 29 minutes, but I doubt it.
Hey, now, if Everton did sign someone like Tony, then I think it could be double glazed, but probably not going to happen.
We'd never sign Tony. He's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? I've just clocked on then. I've just clocked on.
Oh, there you go. It's a thing. Okay. It is a thing. And Curtis says Ake would be Everton's best defender ever. It's a huge W from Curtis as always.
I'd take Ake, and here's the thing, right? I did a video at the very start of the summer saying 4 players I want. Unfortunately, Ake wasn't in there because we already got Tarkowski. But I said I wanted Brozier, Gibbs-White, Loftus-Cheek, and Cornet. And none of them came into play. So obviously Lampard is not watching my videos, which is unfortunate.
Everyone loves Ake, says Jack. Yes, Connor Cody is a Liverpool fan, says Jake. Oh, so you never know. Could happen. King Crockett says... Sorry, Kieran, go on.
Sorry, yeah, but Connor Cody... Yeah, but like... The difference with that, though, is Tony's a bit cocky when it comes to being a Liverpool fan, though. Because he's like, oh, Liverpool are the shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my French, but...
No, yeah. You're speaking a lot of French today, Kieran.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like Tony's like... I don't think Tony was a Liverpool fan when he was a child, let's say that. But I know Cody was.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That is fundamentally the difference.
Village says that Louise is not joining Arsenal officially. Yeah, it looks like they've rejected a bid. Villa not wanting to lose their man. Jack says Cody Scouse, not English. Brilliant. King Crockett says if Everton get Brozier on loan or get Diaz tonight, we are double glazed. Well, if that happens, I will more than gladly move them up. But as of now, I don't think I can do that. I've just got to do it based on what has happened, not what could happen.
This January we will sign Diaz or Brozier or another striker. That is exactly what will happen. Because we'll have we'll have the World Cup in play. They're probably betting on the World Cup being a big factor. And then we can pick up points here. We can just about get by with what Lampard wants to do. And I know we've been rambling on, but I have enjoyed it.
No, great.
I'm just aware of obviously the other clubs and everything. What I will say is, I think Lampard's trying to get by till January, just get enough points and see is Dominic Calvert-Lewin going to be fit enough.
Mhm.
And if he is, okay, we don't need to buy a striker. If he's not, we need to go and buy a big boy striker. But you sign Mopai because he's not good enough. If DCL came back, he'd start over him, but he is good enough to score a few goals here and there. So he's probably going to be over-relying on Gordon and Gray and maybe Mopai to get all the goals what they're over-expected, basically. Gordon's going to be doing absolute madness, trying to score as many goals as possible. Same with Gray, and over-exceeding all their XG up until January.
W.
That's what's going to happen. I think it's as simple as that. And then in that circumstance, Diaz has then got 6 months on his contract, so we can sign him as a free agent, or we can sign him with some money and then bring him in. You know, You've got Brozier. He'll know how he stands with Aubameyang. He won't want to play second fiddle to Aubameyang. He could come in on loan. You know, all these players we've been linked to this summer, they will all want to come to Everton in January or even next year. So positive. It's just that PC analogy of we've got it all there. We just can't play it yet, and we've just got to wait another year.
Yeah.
Until it happens. But back Lampard, I said it was a 3-year process, and I did get a bit mad in my Leeds game, but bar that, it is a process, and we've just got to accept that we're in here for the next 3 years.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I don't think Lampard will last that long. I'd be surprised if he lasted the whole season.
You will, mate. You will. Don't worry. I've got him in my contacts.
Well, there you go. It's the thing. And hopefully Gordon better keep scoring, because I've got him in my FPL. Everyone laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you aren't laughing now, are you? Gordon's coming in clutch in the last couple of games. Big up, Gordon.
I'll give you a little FPL tip, right? You should be captaining Mopai in this Merseyside derby. You know what, right? If you want to make a derby prediction, we're gonna have Ghana Gay, and Mopai all in that team. So it's going to be a different team. So I think we haven't really... I mean, have we got a chance against Liverpool at home? 12:30 kickoff?
You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
You'd like us to win, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Like us to win,
Absolutely.
you know? So
Merseyside is blue, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You know, only when City come down, though. Oh, my God.
But there we go. That is Everton. Thank you so much, Kieran, for your wonderful thoughts and analogies. Do you have any sort of like a final closing statement on Everton?
My closing statement is don't sign Ross Barkley in the next 20 minutes, please. If I see that notification come through, I'm going to fume. So, no, but seriously, positive thoughts. Back Frank Lampard. And up the Mopai FC. The Mopai FC, boys. We're getting a hat-trick against Liverpool. That's what I've got to say.
Up him,
right.
And up Gordon as well. Kieran, it's been great speaking to you, my man.
Thanks for having me on, Nobbins. Appreciate it.
No worries at all.
Hope the live goes well for the rest of the night.
Yes, mate. I'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
Bye. There we go. That was... Okay, nearly banned Kieran from the Discord. That was Kieran, Everton fan extraordinaire. You'll send me a tweet. Okay, Musty, do it, mate. Okay, I'm opening a tweet. What is this? This is from Musty. Yeah! Yeah. Fuck you! I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out to a... I'm calling out Gerard Romero boxing fight right now. Right now. If you don't accept the challenge in the next 5 minutes, then count that as a forfeit. You bitch. You. But thank you, Kieran, so much for your thoughts. And fuck Gerard Romero. Fuck him. Let's speed through a few less relevant teams now. No offense to these teams. If we do have any Wolves fans in the building, I apologise. I don't think that is the case though. Tweet at him. Let's just briefly touch on Wolves. Signed Mateus Nunes. They've made way more signings than I realised they had. How they've sold Morgan Gibbs-White for that much, plus all the add-ons, I've no idea. But that's it's a very interesting transfer window from Wolves. Not really. I still think they need like an out-and-out strike. I'm not sure this Huang guy's actually that good. Fuck Wolves, says Jack. So actually, I think I'm gonna say, what do I think? I mean, they've signed interesting players. Maybe I'm just being a bit... I don't really care about Wolves, so I'm going to say it's a bit shy. Because I think, you know... It probably is better than I'm saying, but I don't actually really care because it's Wolves, to be honest. Fulham again. That's another one who we can just touch on really quickly. Nunes should have been ours. He's a baller. Not Wolves is better than that. Move them up. Oh, fine. I don't really care, so I'll just move them up. Where do you want? Zendaya's windows? There we go. Fulham. What have Fulham even done? They sold Carvalho, obviously. Brought in Polinia. Pereira's looking quite good, isn't he? From the matches we've seen so far. We'll be talking about Liverpool shortly. Don't worry about it. I read the message, Musty. I put the tweet on the screen. Yes, don't worry, Curtis. I'll do that after. Oh, here we go. Jeremero reveals the surprise sign that could have happened at Barca tonight was Bernardo Silva. Oh, what a surprise. This despite the following names all already rejecting the idea. Fran Soriano, Guardiola, Manuel Estate, and Bernardo Silva himself. Things are cold. I hate him so much, man. I hate him so much. It's getting pretty late. It's not even 11, though. What are you chatting? What are you chatting? Where do we think Fulham should go, chaps? I just want to run through a couple of Met ones right now. And then we can talk about ones where people want to come on for. Aston Villa, what have they done? Where are they? Where are they? Why can't I find them? Am I having a stroke? Oh, there they are. I was having a stroke, to confirm. How does this affect LeBron's legacy? Jerome on top. Fuck him. He's tier 1 my arse. Tier 1 my arse. Fulham high middle. Okay, let's pop him. I'll pop him below Southampton just for you. Just for you, Jack. Aston Villa, what the hell have they done? Brought in Diego Carlos, brought in Donker, confirmed Coutinho, sold target. Again, it's for me, it's not really an inspired window. It's all right, but it's only all right. I'm not really sure how much I rate it. I'll probably pop it. I don't know. I'll pop it there. I don't know. There's lots of Zendaya's windows happening here, I must say. Yeah, tier 1 chatting shit. Exactly, Mo. Dub. Dan James passes Fulham medical. More signings still happening. We've got 20 minutes until the window is slammed shut. And then, Forest. I don't think we've got any Forest fans here, but they've just been insane. Not all of their signings are even going to appear here because of all the ridiculous arrivals. But they signed about 1 million players. They've signed about 1 million players. And not all of them are here. I don't even know how to rate this window because it can go one of two ways. It's either brilliant because they've brought in all these class players, but at the same time, it could go, you signed like 20 odd players, and that's going to be so hard to like amalgamate all of them. DR's going to talk about West Ham drill. Where do you guys think Forest should be ranked? I don't even know what to make of them. It's so bizarre. In terms of quality of players, it's great, but Forest are interested in your Nan as well. But well, personally, I think it's going to be too much in a way. Middle of middle, says Jack. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to base it on my Premier League prediction, and my prediction is that Forest are going to get relegated. So based on that, I'm saying it's a bit shite. I just also want someone to get in that gap as well. There we go. If I get proven wrong there, then fair play. Then fair fucks. But I've got to base it off what I think is going to happen. Let's have a look at what is happening with Romano. If they go down, they're fucked. Lloyd was their best player against City. Juventus statement reveals Liverpool have the option of making Arthur... Oh, this is interesting. I thought it was just a loan. That's interesting. Juventus statement reveals Liverpool have the option of making Arthur a permanent move for 37.5 million euros, despite clubs denying it. Well, that's interesting. Why would they deny it? Then buying 24 players just to get relegated, says Keisel. Arsenal, please do something. I'll even take Rabiot or Pogba. Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about that properly in the Liverpool section. What have Palace actually done? They brought in Decore. They haven't really done that much. Sold Benteke. Because they haven't really done that much. I'm gonna pop that in a bit shite. Who's tagging me? What are my notifications? Dub. What a dub. Well done. That's great. I'm sorry, I'm popping Palace in a little bit shite. The Mama Ding story has been the craziest story today. What's that one, Musty? Is there a big gap between... No, we're not having that. We're not doing that. Speaking of Newcastle, let's have a look at them. And then I think we'll be... I'm rushing through these now just because I appreciate we spent a slightly longer time on the Everton section than the other section. So I just want to make sure we've got enough time for the other sections. I think Isak could be really good. He scored a really good goal against Liverpool. Nearly scored a sensational second, but was just offside. You can reload. I tell you what, Jake Staunton, re-download Spotify and get listening to the Knobcast on Spotify. Excuse me. Get listening to it. Here we go. Oh, he's failed his medical in Nice after Leeds deal hijacked. It's the most incredible story of the day. 1L. What a huge L. So, I mean, based on that, they've signed a League O winning centre half. They haven't lost anyone. Really. They brought in Nick Pope as well, who I really rate highly. I'm saying that they've had a blooming great window. I'm saying it's been blooming great, to be honest with you. Hello, Jack, my mate. So that's Newcastle. Spurs now. I don't think we've got any Spurs fans who want to come and chat. We'll do West Ham. How about this, guys? We'll do West Ham and then we'll do Liverpool after Spurs. What have Spurs done? Sold a lot of dead wood. Brought in some good players like Basuma. I think Perisic is a really good signing as well. Richarlison, a good option. That Romero, I'm assuming is just permanent because he was already playing for them. So I'm going to say Spurs have been blooming great. This isn't necessarily in order, but just because I think they've had quite a good window. To be fair, Basuma's a good signing. Richarlison's a decent option. Perisic is a good signing as well. He's done us. Yes, he did say sorry, halves. I did see that earlier. I think Musty linked it. Fuck Romero, the prick. Bernardo Silva's literally saying, I don't want to come, and he's like, it's gonna happen. It's like, piss off, mate. Piss off, mate. Right, West Ham. Let's talk about West Ham, shall we? And then, as promised, we'll talk about Liverpool. DR, mate, get in the chat right now, you little slut. Get in right now. Oh, he's already in. Hello, DR, mate. How you doing?
Hello, I am doing good.
Excellent.
How about
Excellent stuff. And I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Musty says he's given up, so he's tweeting this now. Pizzas are being delivered to the Camp 2 offices. Dan James passed his medical off Fulham. Yes, another interesting signing. Bernardo would rather join in January. Don't worry, halves. It's not happening. Get me on top West Ham fan, Ben. Ben says, don't worry, Ben. I'm sure we'll get you in for the United section. But yeah, West Ham DR. Are you happy with the window? Spent quite a bit of money. It looks like over 100 million, in fact, over 150 million. So lots of investment. Talk me through your window. Who are you most excited for?
I am very happy with this window. I think it's potentially perfect. We've signed the goalkeeper. Fabianski's very old, so we needed one.
Mm-hmm.
We've signed a centre back called Kehrer from PSG. He's very good on the ball. I think he's my most excited signing of this transfer window. Then we got Flip Downers from Swansea. Well, it's fun for the future. He won't start. He won't play.
Yeah.
And then we've got Scamacca, of course, striker from Italy. I'm very excited for him, but I don't think he'll score a lot of goals this season because he won't start much.
And tell me your thoughts on your new signing from Lyon.
From Lyon?
Yeah, Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta, is that what he's called?
Oh, Paqueta.
Paqueta, sorry, yeah.
Well, everyone knows Paqueta. He's very good at FIFA.
Okay, go on.
Now, I want to share this funny story. Lyon's president said we were supposed to talk with big clubs. Then West Ham was mentioned, and then someone ratioed him with the 3-0 West Ham versus Lyon.
Get done, honestly. So, yeah, I think David Moyes even said that. Look, we scouted him heavily in that Lyon game, hence we brought him in. Is he a record signing? Do you know? I feel like 38 million is a lot of money.
If add-ons get done, yes, he is. Currently, he isn't. Haller is.
How much was Haller? Do you know?
40, I think.
So yeah, so it could well break it. But yeah, so lots of investment. Scamacca yet to make his mark in the Premier League, but I'm sure he will. He seems to me, from what little I saw of him against City, he seems to be the sort of striker who needs a lot of service put into him. But I'm sure he could be good as well. Where do you think West Ham are finishing this season, DR? And also, and more importantly, where do you want to rank them in the tier list?
First of all, I think we'll finish 7th.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of teams drop down, especially like Chelsea and Leicester and stuff. So I think we'll progress,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we should go top of the tier.
You think double glazed? You think you've had a better window than
Yeah.
Arsenal then?
Yes, we've signed every position we needed. We don't have like a single position that we don't have at least 2 players in there.
I want the chat to vote. I want you guys to which tier do you think West Ham should go into? I'm not sure they quite go in double glazed. I think maybe towards the top end of blooming great, but let me know what you guys reckon. Jack thinks in the middle. Jack says second tier. Blooming great, says Jack. Lots of Ledger Monkey says double glazed. So DR's not on his own there. Behind
We've
new.
also signed the Cornet,
Yeah.
which I think is very exciting.
Unai's favourite player, as we all know. Behind Arsenal, but in front of Newcastle, says Jack. Top tier, I think it's true. So, a few people, to be fair, are saying that they should go in the top tier. Kaisel reckons mid. Cornet's all right, says Ryan. I think my instinct would be just... it's partly because, for me, because I'm quite ignorant in respect of, the Lyon and Sassuolo and Rennes, for example. So I don't know if I'm wanting to put it in double glazed based on that. It's still, I think it's been blooming great. I am going to pop it in the second tier, DR. So hopefully you're okay with that. I do think
I'm okay.
Yeah, it's still been a good window, obviously, and I do think Skamaka will be a very good player. Just needs time to adapt, probably. Southampton have a great window. The disrespect Nobbins. I mean, to be honest, some of these are just sort of YOLO'd. There are 9 minutes left. And DR, do you have any sort of final thoughts on West Ham, my man?
We've kept a lot of players that I think would have left or should have left this season at least. I think that's it. We didn't do anything today.
That's fair enough. I think it's been a good. Fulham signed Carlos Vinicius from Benfica. Interesting. I thought I saw Vinicius. I was like, wait, Vinicius Junior? What? Surely not. But there we go. DR, great chatting to you, mate. And yeah, up the Hammers.
Bye.
There you go. It's lovely speaking to DR. I think blooming great's about right for them. But now we are left with potentially the most interesting transfer windows so far. We've got Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and United. Let's get to the Liverpool section now, shall we? I want to speak to Drill, certainly. If Baldy's here, I want to speak to Baldy as well, because I want there to be an FSG debate. If I've got any of the Liverpool fans who want to talk about your window, then do let me know. Let's just bring Liverpool up here, shall we? There we go. Hey, just as I requested, I've got... Oh, wow, Mo wants to come in as well. Excellent stuff, right? So, I mean, first of all, let's see if Mo can actually talk. Mo, please, can you try to speak for me, please?
He's got his mic on bloody mute.
Yeah, Mo, the first step, mate, is to... I don't know how they do things in Egypt, but you need to unmute yourself, mate.
Pyramid munches.
Mo, can you hear me? Oh, for God's sake. Right, let's hop into general, because Mo's an idiot. Right. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, Mo, can you hear me now, you fraud?
Is this working?
I can hear you now. Hello.
Yeah, it's working now, mate.
Why are you such a fat fraud, Mo?
Nobbins, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Good one. Anyway, we're here to talk about Liverpool. Obviously, the main departure is Sadio Mane. The key arrival is one Darwin Nunez, and today we have Drill's wish has come true. Liverpool have signed a midfielder, and actually, despite what the clubs have said, it is with an option to buy. So, Drill,
that's just him covering it up, mate. The clubs literally, Juventus's thing literally says there's a buy option. He's been saying all day. Even I said it earlier. There's no way we sign this guy on a loan without a buy option. It just makes no sense.
We're not a charity over here.
Fabrizio was a fraud. There you go. They said it, not me. But Drill, your dream was to get a midfielder. Are you happy?
Well, I could be even happier. We'll see what happens with the deal sheet.
Why? What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. They're all waffling about it, so we'll see. We'll see in 7 minutes.
Well,
if there's a deal sheet.
No, there's like 5 minutes left.
Let's.
7 minutes, mate. Can you count?
It's actually 6. God, get it right. So Drill. Let's assume, for argument's sake, no other midfielders come in for Liverpool.
It's not ideal.
Not looking good.
Are you still going to be as angry as you were, let's say, yesterday?
See, this is where I kind of stand with it now. I've had some time to think, right?
Okay.
And I'm not going to be like completely. Like, I'm still not happy with FSG. Let's just get that straight. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Let's get that. That's on the record, guys. Drill does not like FSG. That's on the record.
I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm not saying I like them. I'm not happy. Is what I'm saying. I'll tell you one thing for sure. From what I've seen, Donald is going to be crying about FSG, and I'm not. But they've tried to get Chouameni. It didn't work. This is where the problem is for me. Whoever's fault it is, I'm not going to point blame. You give up Rice in January, and they didn't want to do it for some stupid reason. Let him go to Newcastle. Fair enough. You think you're going to get Chouameni? He goes to Real Madrid. Where's the other options? That's my problem with it. But all good ways.
I don't think that's necessarily an FSG problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. It is FSG's fault. I don't think it is FSG's fault, to be honest.
Right. So
I'll say one thing now, right?
Okay.
If I can't see a reality where Klopp goes to FSG and says, I want this player for 50 million, and they go, no, fuck off. I think they would give him the money, but I just don't know why they haven't. That's not them, but I don't know why there's been no backup. It's annoying.
I think there's an element of us having a plan and us being a bit stubborn when things go wrong. I think Artur is an interesting one. He gives me Saul/Kabak vibes.
It does seem quite panicky, don't you think?
100%. We've just signed one injury-prone midfielder with a midfield crisis. We needed a Genie Wijnaldum replacement, a man who can pay.
Artur does fit that sort of criteria. I mean, we know Klopp can get the best out of the players. Artur's surrounded by Brazilian teammates. I think he could be all right.
He's injured right now, isn't he?
No,
he's an injury-prone midfielder.
I don't know what Twitter you've seen, but that is.
Yeah, he's not injured right now.
That is a lie.
No, he's injured a lot. He's a very injury-prone.
Well, luckily, we've only got him on loan for the season, then, isn't it?
I think I saw that. I don't know if this is injury. I don't know if this is injury-prone, but I had a look before the stream started, and last season he missed 13 games through injuries, which doesn't sound too terrible.
I think there's also a bit of an element of, okay, we've got 2 months of club football before we go to the World Cup, and then we don't play again until January.
Yeah, exactly.
There is a massive gap there. And I think then when we get back, we'll have like everyone back, hopefully, unless there's any injuries at the World Cup. But I think there's that sort of element as well. And if things go tits up again, then we go in January and just do whatever we need to do. But that's just me.
Billy Gilmore's pass is Brighton Medical, by the way. So it sounds like, Drill, would you say it's fair to say you're more FSG neutral nowadays?
Well, this is the thing, right? I'm not happy with them. I feel like, other than the other day, I've been pretty consistent, like recently, with saying I'm not going to point the blame. But then what pissed me off was the fact Klopp comes out in that interview and he says, I can't remember what he said now, but he said something along the lines of,
we need a midfielder.
We don't make enough risks. It was something like that. And then a few weeks ago, he said about, and it was like how he kind of played off the whole backing thing the other day, but it doesn't, like, I'm not sure. Whoever's fault it is.
Mo,
it might not even be anything.
That's a bit funny.
I think it's mostly Klopp, to be fair.
I want to hear from you, Mo. Go on, go for it.
Yeah, well, it's not ideal because we still probably have Henderson will be starting still, but I think the blame is mostly on Klopp. He even said that he was stubborn. We needed a midfielder, and he didn't want it. But still, like, yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, well, yeah, kind of.
No, I think it's looking a lot better than it was.
Carvalho and Elliot.
If we get back like our starting players, no injuries, no suspensions, anything, we'll be looking.
Carvalho and Elliot are doing a.
Oh yeah, they're balling.
If I said so myself.
Is this Artur going to be more of a like a Thiago backup option rather than a first teamer?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about him at all, but I'm seeing people say he's very similar to Thiago.
He's definitely more similar to Thiago than he is to Henderson.
Which is good. We do need someone, because you can't have a system that's built around Thiago and then only playing 40% of the game.
Thiago's more injured than he's not these days, so at least he can play some, like.
Musty says, "Oh, hello, Gasky. How you doing, mate?" And Musty says, "Artur hasn't had a single assist in Serie A." But to be fair, Thiago's not necessarily known for getting assists, but he's still a very good player. So maybe he does fit that profile. I must say, I forgot he existed.
Allegri doesn't even know what he wants. So.
We still need a lot of investment in January or the next summer. I don't think we'll win the league this season, but maybe.
Artur's played for two of the most fucked up clubs in the world. I don't think there's much.
Yeah, you can't really judge him on that because he was so good in the Brazilian league. He was very good in the Brazilian. I know, like, it's a shit league, but it's like.
No, to be fair, to be fair, Jay's. Sorry, Mo, go on.
Apparently, he was actually like the player involved in some sort of FFB scam between Barca and Juventus to like balance their record.
Yeah, it was a scam.
Like when he went for like 72 million.
He went for 10 mil. It was 10 mil plus Pjanic. I saw it earlier.
Just to confirm, by the way, the deadline, the transfer window has slammed shut. Unless any papers have been submitted, then transfers can still be confirmed over the next couple hours. But if papers haven't been submitted, then everyone is fucked, basically, in terms of signings.
Fabrizio Romano is now jobless again.
Good. Fraud.
You can't even get a deal fucking option to buy, right? Then you shouldn't have a job.
But Ledger Monkey, it sounds like you're quite opposed to the whole FSG situation. So I mean, we've got a very staunch FSG inner in this chat now. So fight your cause. Why are you FSG out?
Because so let's say, this for example, like Kieran did today, there's a Bugatti on the market of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, you could have got a Bugatti of Jude Bellingham, but we chose a fucking course,
guys. Let Donald talk, guys. You'll have a chance. You'll have a chance to come back to him. Just let him talk. Donald, go on.
So you can buy a Bugatti, let's say, and a Vauxhall Corsa. The Bugatti is more expensive, but it's a better car. But we decided to buy the Vauxhall Corsa. There's a bit of run down and a bit of shit.
What's he going on about?
I'm saying that we could have bought Jude Bellingham this January or this summer even.
But we tried.
Do you think that Dortmund were ever realistically going to sell both Haaland and Bellingham in the same transfer window?
If we said £120 million, they would have took it.
That's not going to happen, is it?
No.
Mate, we have money. Buy us.
We have money.
We have money. We're just not fucking stupid with it.
No, yeah, we are stupid because we don't spend it.
Let's say he gets like mad.
Bellingham is 19. He still has like 3 years left in his contract. They're never selling him this season.
Yeah, they were never going to sell him because in the same way, in the same way that when Sancho left, there was no way they were going to let Haaland go in the same window. Now they've left.
They wanted so much as well, didn't they? Do you remember Chelsea wanted him? They wanted more than 150. There's no way that he would have, and we literally tried.
I mean, the reason why in this window we would have spent 160 million on Tuchel and Nunes, but yeah, it didn't work out.
So just to confirm, Donald, you're FSG out because Liverpool didn't get Bellingham this window, is that right?
No, not just saying, but for many years now we haven't spent much money. We've downgraded this summer. Let's be real. We've lost one of our best players in history, in Mane.
What?
And let's say Darwin Núñez isn't proven in the big league.
Donald.
I think they have spent a lot. I'm not sure that's right. I think Liverpool have spent quite a bit of money.
We've just splashed 60 million on it. Well,
I mean, they've got. I mean,
it is a lot of money, but when you're competing with Man City, it's
Yeah,
you
but
can't
no,
really
no.
compete with them financially.
We spend a lot of money, but when we look at Man City, Chelsea, Man U,
Donald, if you want to count
West Ham,
with an entire state, then we've got a bit of an issue, haven't we?
No,
I didn't hear you.
we cannot compete with this. We cannot compete with that, whatever money they're spending. City brought in KDB when they were 5-0 up. We brought in Milner when they were 1-0
what a
down.
dub! What a
And
dub!
we cannot compete. We cannot compete. That's not how it works.
We do not have the capacity.
Yeah, we do not have the capacity. We do not have the capacity.
Donald is a fax machine, says Curtis. Musty says, too bad John Henry doesn't have an oil tap. Common Donald W.
Someone open John Henry's wallet.
And
My man has lost it.
is this Vinicius who Fulham have bought the same who celebrates the goal versus Marine FC? I have no idea, Curtis, mate, to be honest. And Jack says, Donald plays career mode with the £1 billion boost at the start.
This guy, Donald, mate, we literally tried to get Bellingham multiple times this summer. Like, it wasn't once, it was multiple times we tried. And obviously, they're not going to sell him. It will happen next year.
Arwa's a panic buy?
He really thinks he's done something here.
No. Do you think Arwa's a panic buy? Yes or no?
Who? Arthur?
Arwa.
Our?
No, no,
Our?
Arthur.
Do you think Arthur is a panic buy?
He is a bit of a panic buy, yeah.
Yeah, it's a panic buy, but I don't know what. That's
no, it's as good as they get with a panic buy.
Is the panic buy not more to do with the board than FSG? But I don't know. That's just me.
But don't you think FSG can say, let's look who's available?
No, FSG were ready to put 160 billion on the line.
Yeah, I can't lie. Both of them.
The only thing Klopp is...
Klopp is the main person at fault here.
Oh, I accept that. Klopp is a very stubborn man, that he could have easily got any player he wanted.
He said at the start of the window that he liked. He said at the start of the window that he wanted Oxlade-Chamberlain to stay because he's a good player or some shit. What is he talking about? He's walking.
So with all that in mind, chaps, can we come to a consensus on what we think about Liverpool's transfer window? Do we think it's been good? Do we think they're stronger following the signings? And where would we rank them in the tier list?
Also, we've lost the goal as well. I forgot about that.
We went sideways.
No, I think now we're stronger, to be honest.
I put us in Zendaya for now.
Yeah, Zendaya for now, yeah. But top of Zendaya, I'd say.
It's like a 6 or 5 out of 10.
We've done better than Wolves. We've done better than everyone in Zendaya. But we haven't done as well as everyone in the tier above.
I'll pop them top of the Zendaya then, guys. Let me know what you guys in the chat think about that. Donald has wank tissues as Callum, brilliant. True Citizen says, shame on FSG for not spending their entire net worth on some teenage kid from the Midlands, brilliant. Musty says, blooming great IMO.
Wait, Musty, shut the fuck up.
Don't we mean to Musty?
I think it's double place.
He can hold that.
Okay, Baldy, calm down, mate.
No, there's only one team.
Someone take John Henry's wallet. He's lost it. He needs to Someone take John Henry's wallet.
I've put the reason why I put Spurs at the bottom of blooming great is because of
how are Everton that high?
I think I just did that for Kieran, to be honest. I wasn't really. I don't know. Just sure popped to that. This is not an objective tier list. This is a bit of vibes taking place here.
They spent 21 million on Dwight McNeil, so I think
yeah, that is just a bit shy.
Wild.
We'll do Man United after this for you, Ben, if you want. But yeah, I'll come to each of you individually now. I think we spent quite a bit of time on Liverpool there. Baldy, what are your sort of final thoughts on Liverpool? You can say whatever you want. How good the window was, whether you think they'll do well this season, etc., etc.
Solid 6 out of 10. And then we'll see where. I don't know where we'll end up, to be honest with you. We'll get UCL. I don't know if we'll push for the league, to be honest with you. It all depends on what happens in January, or if Arthur turns out to be any good. But that's what it all comes down to. Does that put us in like a 6 and then like a third place finish or something?
Okay. Interesting. Legend Monkey, aka Donald.
I think we might win a league still. It's all up to play for.
Fucking hell.
What? No, Fabio Carvalho is the greatest midfielder, our greatest signing we've done so far. And he'll take us to victory. The new Coutinho, and we've done probably a 6 out of 10 again.
It was all bloody doom and gloom a minute ago.
Okay.
Now we're winning
I'm not
the
saying we're
league.
shit, like FSG are shit, but Carvalho for 5 mil, great sign.
This guy's all over the place.
Mo mate.
People call me boss, that's why.
Mo.
Fucking winning the league, but FSG out, guys.
Mo, are you there? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give the transfer window a solid 5 out of 10. I don't think we're competing for the league. Second place would be nice. Yeah. Someone take John Henry's wallet immediately.
And Ben says Donald spitting facts as usual. And Drill, final words from you, I think.
I'm gonna go with 6.5. It's not really. Who just left?
Mo left.
Oh, I thought you left.
Imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon 6.5. Definitely strengthen, but not a lot, you know. I think it would have been a 5.5 if there wasn't an option. Because obviously, if he's good now, and like, because he's not going to be bad. Let's be honest. Like, if he's good, but good enough, I could see. And he's quite cheap as well. 28 mil. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Excellent stuff. Well, thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Oh, Bob. Sorry, Baldy. Did you want to say something?
No, I just said goodbye, Elnob.
Oh, sorry about that. I mean, Baldy, before we go, any exciting Hull activity?
I mean, you know what, right? We'll get playoffs, yeah. But besides that, it's not looking good. We've got Espu. I don't even know how you say his name. It's like Esputian or some shit, but he's just carrying us. We've lost KLP, and we're ruined. We're ruined, but it's fine because we've got Esputian, and that's all we need in life. And Tufan. Tufan's amazing. I don't even know what Village was on about. But besides that, yeah, we've also got a good goalkeeper. We're actually going no cap.
No cap. There you go. Thank you guys so much for chatting. Thank you guys for being in the stream. And yeah, I'll speak to you later.
Bye. Yeah.
There we go. That was the Liverpool section of the stream. We got to a consensus in the end, sort of like middle ground for Liverpool, I think. Had they not signed a midfielder, I think it's good for the option to buy. I've got no idea about Arthur as a player. I forgot he existed, and then I only remembered him when people said, "Oh, he was involved in that Pjanic situation." So yeah, that was the thing. But shall we move on to Manchester United? Manchester United. Who wants to come and talk about Manchester United with me? Who? Tayab, I assume. Ben, I assume. Do I have any other United fans here? I do not think I do, but do correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let's just bring up their transfer profile. Uno momento, por favor. A broken window, Tayab, don't forget it. Wait, what? We've got no one in double glazed yet. I don't even know if like City are going to get in double glazed. I guess they might do, but I haven't even really thought about it properly. Why am I being told to shush? So that I can do that, Tayab. Yeah. 1 sec, mate. Where is Ben, the highly fraudulent individual? Where is he? Why can't I find him? Hello? He's always in my DMs, the fraud. There he is. Right, let's start a voice call. And then add... Oh my god, where is he? This is so confusing. Oh. Tayab. There we go. Create that. Hello. Right, I'm trying to call you, frauds. I'm trying to call you.
What?
Hello.
I'm good here, mate.
Hello, Ben. How you doing?
Doing good, mate. Doing
Excellent.
cracking.
Sensational. Tayab, can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, I can.
Excellent. I love how you to think about that. Lovely stuff. How much to play Roblox Mega Rich Obby with you? I don't know what that means, but you can be a Noblet of 5 if you want to do that. But anyway, Manchester United, we are moving on to now, boys. Yeah, so this is my sort of summation. I think the outgoings are very good. I think they got rid of a lot of dead wood. Not convinced the Henderson one was good, but it sounds like he was already committed to leave. And so yeah, I think the likes of Pogba going is very good. But we're obviously here to talk about arrivals more so than not. Mo, you're a fraud. I'll see you later. But guys. I mean, let's talk about Anthony, who they spent 85 million quid on. What is justifying this?
Baller breath. That's what I'm going to say. He's a baller.
Is he, though?
I called him a baller. Mate, is he, though? Have you not seen his little twirls?
I've seen a little twirl where he goes nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, it goes nowhere, then cuts in and bags it top bins, mate. That's what he does.
Thanks.
Simple as that, mate.
Do you not think it's a little bit outrageous to spend over £85 million on someone who's had 2 seasons in the Dutch league?
No, it's reasonable. He's a great player.
I think, he's quite a lot of cash, but I'm not asked because it's not my money, is it?
No, it's fair enough. Do you see him just immediately going into that starting 11 and improving it?
Oh, probably. He's better than Alanga.
I'm assuming he's going to play on the right and Sancho on the left, yeah?
Yeah, that'll be saucy, that. He's better than shitty Alanga.
Is he left or right-footed, do you know?
Left-footed.
Left-footed. Okay, so one of those that's going to cut in. Musty says, Ben and Tayab in a car, we might lose all of our brain cells.
You shouldn't, mate. I'm a smart bloke.
And then also, again, I think they spent too much on Casemiro, but I still think it's a really good signing. I think Martinez...
Better than Rodri, mate. Better than Rodri.
Okay, calm down. Martinez is proving me wrong so far, to be fair. I think he played poorly.
He's better than Diaz.
Again, calm down, Ben, calm down.
He's better than Diaz. He's better than Laporte, mate.
And even from the when I saw him against Liverpool, Malacia looked very decent as well.
I think Cancelo, by the way.
Okay, this has to stop. This has to stop. And even Ericsson having more of a role than I thought he would. So Ben, are you happy with United's window? Do you think they should have gone in for anyone else, or do you think it's like, no, we're all good here?
Well, yeah, I reckon. I'm happy, to be honest. I think that's a lot of ingoings, especially for the Glazers. By our standards, that's a good window.
Yeah, well, they've spent over £200 million. In terms of net, we're talking, even net, we're talking 195 million spent. So it is a lot of P. Yeah, the Glazers get criticised for not investing that much, but they're obviously doing bits here. Callum says the window has been good and shit. Interesting. And Tayab, mate, what do you make of it? Are you content, or would you have rather seen someone else come in? What do you think?
Great window. Superb. Magnificent,
yeah. It is the... What would you say is the best, or rather the most important? For me, it's probably Casemiro.
Casemiro, mate.
Casemiro.
Or Martin. Casemiro. But Martin is close second, okay.
Does that freezes Maguire out of the starting 11 now, surely?
Yeah, Maguire's thing.
Put him out. Squad, mate.
But we missed out Dubravka as well. Yeah, I mean, why not? I guess he was sort of all right for Newcastle. So decent backup, why not? We're getting Bob Marley quotes here. It's all kicking off. What about that 35-year-old in the under-21 team? Wait, what? I don't know what that means, Curtis. Sorry. But it's in terms of like, I guess in terms of like ranking the team. Ranking the window. Where do you guys think would be a fair place to put it?
Double glazed, mate.
Yeah, top tier.
Simple as that, mate.
Why top tier, guys?
Right, do you want to list off why right now?
Ben, tell me, mate. Tell me. I do want you to list.
Best player in the world, mate. Martinez, best centre back in the world.
Agree.
Malacia, best left back in the world.
Right, okay. This is
Anthony.
I agree.
Anthony, Messi, he's got pictures of Anthony on his wall, mate. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not sure that I can put it in double glazed, guys. I'm sorry. Anthony's
It's not double glaze. It's a
Clear bias coming through here.
I think I can put it in blooming great for you, but I can't.
No,
I don't
so
think
like
I can
top
put
tier
it in
is
double
fair.
glaze because, I mean, look, I've got to also take into account how much money's been spent.
Good.
And they have overpaid on nearly every single one of their signings. I think it's fair to say.
He hasn't overpaid.
Anthony by a factor of 3, I'd suggest. Hello, Aidan, my mum. Wait, Callum, who are you? Is that James? I can't tell who. It's because you guys have got alt names. Who is Callum's corner's huge head? Is that James? I'm assuming it is.
It's Callum's corner.
Wait, Jack, you found your new dad. Excellent stuff, Jack. Tell me more. Put West Ham top tier. I don't think so. Yes, I am going to put them in. I am going to put them in blooming great. I think.
There's clear bias coming through there, but can I just give my prediction of the season, please?
Ben, of course you can, mate. In fact, I was just about to ask you that.
All right. So I think personally, if I'm, a bit pessimistic, we're going to win the league. If it was in the Champions League, that's an easy win. But unfortunately, we had to get stitched over last season.
Stitched over by United's failures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being shit, right?
Fair enough.
And then Europa League, mate. We'll win that with our eyes closed, mate. Put it that way. FA Cup, easy win. Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
We may as well do that with all of our players, hands tied behind the back, and they'll still win, mate. Simple as that.
Tayab, are you just as confident?
Yeah.
I know it, mate.
Fair enough.
See,
I've
got hope.
Oh, sorry. Musty says you didn't ask them about CR37 Ronaldo. What are your guys' thoughts on that whole situation?
Mate, I think coming off the bench, he'll do well, but a bit disrespectful putting the goat on the bench every game, but
But are you not a bit disappointed? Are you not a bit disappointed with Ronaldo's attitude, Ben?
Yeah, I am. That's why I deserve to be on the bench.
Oh, sorry.
So I'll let him off.
Okay, you'll let him off. Oh, that's nice of you, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a nice bloke. I'm sure he's happy that I'm letting him off.
Yeah, I'll be sure to let him know.
Yeah, good mate.
Callum says it's a disgrace of a window. I have my opinion. There you go.
You're capping.
There we go. Yeah, I'm going to pop them in blooming great, I think.
Double glazing was clear.
Chelsea a bit shite, says Aiden. They have no. Well, Aiden, we'll be talking about Chelsea next. But yeah,
can I give a few score predictions for a few matches?
You can, but I just want to hear from Tab first. Tab, can I have your final? Tab, can I have your final thoughts, mate? Doesn't have to be about the transfer window. Can be about anything.
Well, it's been a great window. We have the 4th best manager in the league. And we're only going to improve.
That's cap. That's cap.
I'd argue maybe 3rd if you feed.
No.
What did he say?
He's not top 4.
Yeah, no, mate. He's top 1, mate.
He's not even better than Graham. He's not even better than Graham bloody Potter.
So does Arteta. He's clear of all of them.
He's not even better than Graham Potter.
He's top 4. He's not 4th or 2.
Oh, he's clear top.
Okay, Ben, what are your final thoughts, my man?
I've got a few, right? So, Ten Hag, right?
Yeah.
Best manager in the league.
Okay, calm down. Calm down.
No gap. 3 match predictions, right?
Sure.
Wait, for the Manchester derby, is the first one away or
I think it's at home. I think it's at home.
So Old Trafford.
No,
that's an easy.
At City.
Oh, right. Well, Etihad. I'd say that's maybe just a 4-0 win for United.
Okay.
And then at Old Trafford, that's an easy 10-0, mate. We're gonna break the scoreline record in the Prem.
Yeah. Great.
And you said thoughts on anything, right? Can I just ask you thoughts on something?
As long as it's not mental, sure.
No, it's not mental. It's just imagine if dogs, right, could speak English. Imagine if one time a dog just turned around and started speaking to you in English.
That is a prime some joke about your mum, but I can't bother making it. So
on my life, it's not. It's just imagine it. Imagine you're walking down the street. A dog starts pissing you off. You go shut up, and then it goes, "You what, mate?" or something like that. Imagine how flabbergasted you'd be.
I would be flabbergasted, but to be fair, I don't know what a dog would have of note to say because dogs are stupid.
Say that to a massive bulldog, mate, and you'll get your head bitten off.
But it can't understand me, so that'd be very unlikely.
No, I swear they can. Some of them, some dogs are smart. I know one dog, right? One time, someone said to a dog, "Go get me socks," and guess what it did?
Did it go get his socks?
On my life, I actually promise you it did.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing stuff. Thank you guys so much for chatting.
Yeah. Wait, one more
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
right?
Ben, go. This is the last one, though, yeah.
Everyone preach, unban Ben. Everyone preach it. Free up. Didn't do nothing wrong. Free up. Free the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Ben, thank you so much for coming on. Tab, you as well, mate. I thank you both for being Nobbins as well. It genuinely means the world. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, chaps.
You too, mate. You too.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Say it back.
Bye.
Say it back.
I said bye.
I said I love you.
Oh, my bad. Love you too, mate.
Hey, there we go. There we go. I got out of Ben. This guy's on something, says Jake. Yeah, well, that is Ben for you. He does that. Right, let's chat about Chelsea next, shall we? We've got Chelsea and then City to talk about. I do think City are probably going to be the only... I didn't think that at the start that City would be the only one double glazed, but I'm pretty sure they will be there. I'm pretty sure they will be there. I mean, do I have a Chelsea fan, Jax, aka Squirmy Zoo? Would you like to come on and talk about Chelsea? I know it is getting a bit late. It is a school night. Apologies for that. We did run over slightly more so than I would have thought to do, so a couple sections slightly longer than I anticipated, but I'm still having a great time. Hope you guys are too. Damn right I do, Aiden. Me and Ben carried. If Squirmy's not here, then I will just talk about Chelsea myself. But if he does get in, could someone in the chat please let me know? Otherwise, I'll just talk about Chelsea on Jack's behalf. So Chelsea, really weird transfer window for me. In terms of their departures, look, they did lose a lot of players on frees as well, Rudiger and Christensen. Any other key departures on frees? No. Wait, Ross Barkley's just without a club. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, God, poor guy. I didn't even realise that happened. Hudson Doyle on loan. Whatever happened to him, man? What happened to him? Lukaku, I think I've just established that's the worst signing in Premier League history. Emerson, you know who, and Werner's gone as well. Didn't really work out for him. But let's have a look at the arrivals. Right, Jack, aka Squirmy Zoo, do you want to come on and talk about Chelsea? If it's fine, if not, but if so, come on. It's apparently not out for another couple of weeks. True Citizen, it's in the mud. Barker's already probably go to the MLS. I mean, he's only 28, Aiden. That's the thing. He's only 28. These are the incomings. Now, as I say, this smacks of panic. Hey, here's Jack. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad.
Excellent stuff. I tell you what is bad, Chelsea's transfer window. Or is it? Talk to me about it, Jack. Talk to me about it. Are you happy with it? Are they the players you want? Are they the players you need?
Let me just mute my fucking friends in the party and fucking get Chelsea's transfer window off my phone.
Damn right. Damn right. And just to confirm some more Chelsea business, Billy Gilmore to Brighton has passed his medical. Jack, I know you're a Chelsea fan. I know you're not a City fan. You do not have to be for this specific one, True Citizen. You do not. When it's a deadline day special, its access is for everyone. So, in general, like if it's a football phone-in, yes. But if it's this, then no, you do not. If you would like to come in and talk about City, my man. Alonso to Barca is also done. Jack, just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I really know, mate.
Excellent. So yeah, talk to me about Chelsea's activity this summer.
I don't think it's terrible. I just think we could have done with probably another midfielder and probably an actual striker. That is the main thing. I don't know why we're keeping Havertz up front.
Yeah, and they've signed Aubameyang, haven't they? Who is an aging striker, probably not going to be on a low amount of money. And
if he scores goals, then I don't care how much we pay him. As long as he actually does good, I don't care how much we pay.
Yeah, just again, just sort of like smacks of desperation, that sort of signing. They got Aubameyang and Zachariah. Yeah, they signed a lot of players, and for me, Jack, I feel like they've overpaid on a lot of players. Fafana, too much money. Sorry, Jack, go on.
Because we wanted to get them done. I think that's just because we wanted to get them. Fafana, we had to overpay to actually let them come to us because they wanted to keep him for another year. Same with Cucurella. Brighton wanted to keep him for another year. I have no idea who this Chikawamenka person is. I don't know why you paid 16 mil for him.
No. So
Koulibaly, I don't know if he's worth 34. Sterling, 50 mil, probably a bit too much.
I think, to be fair, I think the Sterling one is a good signing. I think that's probably a fair price. I know he was 1 year left in his contract, but he's a young player, very, very good player as well. I think he immediately goes into that team and becomes Chelsea's best forward player. Signing Sterling's an instant bottom tier, says Jack, for God's sake. Chelsea could have thought logically when signing players instead of panicking, says Aiden. Yeah, Jack, why has there been so much panic this summer with Chelsea?
No, I don't think we panicked. I think we just overpaid.
It just seemed that Chelsea was sort of like linked with almost everyone, but not only linked, like sort of wanting to buy everyone, and then Barca came along and nicked some of them.
If we signed half the people Barca signed, it would actually be such a much better window. They took everyone.
The main losses being Koundé, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I wanted Koundé to come, but he wanted Barca the whole time, so
yeah,
unfortunate. I don't even know who else they took from us, to be honest.
Rafinha, I think.
I don't really want them.
Yeah,
I'm happy with Sterling over Rafinha.
Yeah, definitely. Sterling's much better. Musty says that's what happens when an American owner. That's what happens when an American owner comes in and becomes a sporting director himself. Yeah,
usually they don't put money into the club.
Yeah, it's just
usually American owners take all the money.
It's a good point. At least he is investing. And putting some money in. But yeah, look, they got rid of 2 centre backs. They brought in 2 centre backs. It's fair enough, isn't it? They've lost Alonso. They brought in Cucurella. Lukaku's gone. They brought in Aubameyang. That's the only one for me. I still think they need a striker for the future and maybe one of better quality as well for me if Chelsea want to turn into title challenges. Looks like that isn't. It's early days. Looks like that isn't going to happen. Obviously, they've already suffered a defeat or 2 this season. And Jack, with all that in mind, where would you rank Chelsea's transfer window in terms of our lovely little tier list?
I would... Let me unpause your stream. Okay, let me reload your stream then because it's not unpausing.
Drill says, imagine Arto joined a Prem rival. Liverpool fans would be crying ungrateful little shites moaning about Arto, says Drill. And Jack, who is also a Chelsea fan, says this has been very good. Another Chelsea fan.
I would put Chelsea above Wolves but behind Liverpool on the thing.
So in Zendaya's windows.
Yeah.
Jack says double glazed IMO. I'll pop that in there for you, Jack. Yeah, they did overpay on a couple of players, Curtis. You are correct, yeah. But look, I don't think they're bad players by any means. I think Cucurella is a very good player. It's too much, but doesn't really matter. Same with Fofana. He gains 1 for the future. It is far too much money, but doesn't really matter.
I don't really care if we've overpaid for players as long as we've actually got the.
Yeah. Hello, King Josh. It's just like Chelsea who can't score to sign a player that can't score. Oh, Josh, by the way, what's your username in the Discord server? Because I noticed that you took part in Ball Busters. I just need to, if you win, I just need to make sure that I can actually see your username to give you the role if you do indeed win. Sergio Gomez better. Drill says, I personally think Liverpool should be next to Spurs. I'll tell you what, well, I'll drop down Spurs then. We can drop down. Wait, Jack, do you think Chelsea have had a better or worse window than Spurs?
We definitely had a better window than Spurs. I don't know why you've put them so high.
Well, just for you, I'll pop them below Chelsea.
Spurs have done terrible. I mean, they've just... I don't even know... They've signed a lot of players, yeah. Barely any of them are good. Oh, yes. Zakaria signing his Chelsea contract right now.
Well, hey... it's quite funny that... I think if Arsenal signed that Douglas Luiz, I may have been tempted to pop it in double glazed. We should definitely be middle, says KX, in terms of United. I think you're understanding. I think they have overpaid for a lot of players, but I think they've actually signed a turn to midfielder. That's the key thing for me.
You need Everton as well. Everton should go behind Wolves. Maybe even behind... No, Everton should maybe even go behind Fulham. Everton, the people they've signed, they're just getting ready for the Championship.
I've got faith. I've got the faith. Conte signed players, and to be honest, they haven't impressed. Perisic has one good match. You got me some FPL points. That's all that matters. But yeah, Jack, do you have any sort of final thoughts on Chelsea? How are they going to do this season, for example?
I think we'll get top 4. I think Spurs won't get top 4. I think they'll come 4th.
That's fair. That is fair.
I think Arsenal will finish 3rd. Liverpool will probably still get 2nd.
That is fair. Yeah, it's probably about right. I think I'm happy with Chelsea's placing. By the way, guys, don't take this ranking too seriously. There was some that I just YOLO put in because we were running out of time. But Jack, thank you so much for chatting to me, mate. Hope you have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Goodbye.
Bye. Love you. There we go. That was Jack. And that was Chelsea. Oh, Jack's come back. Oh, no, he went back out. Okay, that was weird. Let's have a look to see what's been happening. Yeah, Zachariah signing his Chelsea contract right now. Forest update, Orient Bay deals are signed. Will be announced soon. Batshuayi deal collapsed as documents were not sent in time. Wow. 1L. That is for Forest. That's quite big. Thank you, Josh, for confirming your name, by the way. Thank you. Who do we have for City? Well, that's the question. Oh, wow. Here we go. I've got Curtis wanting to come in. If you are a City fan and you want to have a chat, obviously I'm a City fan. I will be talking a lot about City myself. But if you want to say your thoughts on City as well, then just hop into general and an admin will drag you in. What collapsed? Asks Tayab. The Michy Batshuayi deal collapsed apparently. If someone could please send that Jared Romero tweet again where he like apologizes. If you could just like send me that again, because I'd like to frame that on my wall, please. But guys, hello. First of all, hello, Jack and Curtis. Hello. Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can now. Hello.
Oh, hello.
How you doing, Curtis, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Sensational. Jack, I can hear you now.
Great.
Lovely. There we go. Thank you, Musty. Let's get this tweet up. What a dickhead you are, Jared Romero. Yeah, fuck you. You're not having our Bernardo Silva, you little bitch. Do you guys want to laugh at Jared Romero for being a dickhead?
Nah.
Fair enough. I'll just do it instead then. Get done. There we go. So, guys, are we in any doubt that Manchester City have had a double glazed transfer window?
Not at all.
And have therefore had the best transfer window in the Premier League?
Not at all.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I mean, if there's anyone in the chat who wants to argue against that, let me know what you think. But I don't think this is just I don't think this is just me being a City fan. I do actually think the City have just had basically a perfect transfer window with the players they brought in.
If they tried to.
I just like to hear arguments for and against though. Aiden says no doubt. Hype says Kaisel. Not double glazed. What the hell says Jack? Well, first of all, let's talk about the main departures. We're not going to have another argument about Sterling because otherwise we'll be here all day. Drill says, in my opinion, if City are there, Arsenal have to be too.
No way.
I think if Arsenal got that Douglas Luiz chap, then maybe, because that would be another great sign. But I feel like they just need maybe one other player. But in terms of the outgoings for City, I mean, this has been net spend FC as well. Not just in terms of the players brought in. The outgoings have been extraordinary. Not all of them are even going to show here because from City's under 21s, it's the likes of Dozy, Giabi, Lavia, Bazanu, and I think I've missed some players there as well. So
Juan Larios.
Who?
Juan Larios, an academy player.
There you go. Sold another one, making bare P. And also in terms of the senior players that were sold, Zinchenko. Again, players who aren't guaranteed as much starting time as they may have wanted to. Zinchenko's gone, Jesus has gone, Sterling has gone. Obviously, all very good players. Obviously, however, they have all been replaced, or the depth is already such that they do not need to be replaced. What's that? Sorry, Jack.
They've all been upgraded.
They've all been upgraded. I mean, what else? I mean, Musty said it. Signing Erling Haaland alone would have, I think, made I think would have made City quote winners of the transfer window. But it's also the fact that Fernandinho was gone, obviously aging. We brought in Calvin Phillips, who'd be a starter at many teams. Zinchenko's gone. We've signed from what little I've seen of him, a very interesting and exciting left back in Gomez. We brought in another replacement, another backup goalkeeper. Alvarez was technically signed last season, but he's coming this season. He looks sensational, and even randomly Akanji. So Curtis, mate, just talk me through the window, and I mean, I'm assuming Haaland's your most excited player, but just talk me through City's lovely window.
Well, keeping Ake, first of all, makes it the best.
Yeah.
And we signed the best keeper in the world, some random Norway striker.
Yeah.
Phillips is the best TM in the world.
Dub.
And I had never heard of Akanji.
You've never heard of Akanji?
I've also never heard of him, to be fair.
Never heard of
Frauds.
Well, you know, it's. I don't think the Akanji sign's going to do that much. I mean, he's going to be fifth. When everyone's fit, he's going to be fifth choice. Because he's not going to get in ahead of Ake, especially on his current form. And obviously, ain't no way he's going to get ahead of Diaz, Laporte, and Stones. Wolves sign Traore and loan. Don't really care about that. But yeah, I mean, Curtis, Erling Haaland, man, just
decent play.
He's decent, isn't he?
He's all right.
I'm not going to ask him about Sterling, Musty. We've already had this on stream. Biggest frauds on this app, says True Citizen. Drill says, I genuinely think West Ham have won the window. That's fair enough. I think I think Arsenal have had a slightly better window, but they're certainly up there, West Ham. In fact, where did I put them? I put them as third best, so, you know, it's not, for me, to be fair, there's not that much in West Ham and Arsenal. And Jack, what are your thoughts on this window, my man?
Right, here we go. First of all, Erling Haaland, there is no doubt, no debate, is the signing of the summer.
Oh, yeah.
It'll probably be the signing of the entire decade. Let's be real.
I mean, the fact that City paid, a fee of around 50 million quid for him in terms of transfer fee is
million for an 150 million pound player.
I was going to say at least, I mean, maybe even I think Mbappe went for around 150 mil a few years ago. And so based on that, I think you've got to say he's probably worth at least 150 mil, maybe even touching 175, 200. So.
What else? I think Stefan Ortega, great option for the backup keeper. What's his fucking name?
Who, sorry?
Who's the American keeper?
Stefan.
Zach Stefan.
Yeah.
He's awful.
He's shit.
He's gone out
yeah.
on
loan.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind the Calvin Phillips signing.
I like it a lot.
Purely because of his injury record and the fact that we did have Romeo Lavia, who's shown that he's very good and plays the same position. So I don't think we needed to spend the money for Phillips, but we've done it now, and I'm not complaining.
There's also a buyback, isn't there, on Lavia?
40 million. Yeah.
So if he does go on to become a sensational player, we can always just buy him back, can't we?
Yeah, I said to you after the Southampton-Chelsea game, in 4 years' time, he'll be worth double that buyback clause.
There you go.
What else? Sergio Gomez, another great backup option. Very versatile.
He's looked quite good when I've seen him play this season so far.
Yeah. And Akanji, who is it a bit of a panic buy? Maybe, but
at the same time, he's going to be fifth choice. He's not, but bar any outrageous injuries, he's not going to play in the important games. He'll play in dead rubber Champions League games and League Cup, FA Cup. So I'm not against, and it's only 15 million quid as well, so I'm not against it.
I think as far as centre-back depth goes, I don't think there is a team better than us anywhere.
Yeah, it's five senior centre halves now.
5 European quality centre backs.
Yeah, which is a little bit mad. So even with Laporte and Ake currently out, I think Ake is actually short term as well. it's just great to have that as a backup option. I think that's what the club were thinking. Maybe they had sort of, you know, towards the end of last season, like the last few games, I think we had like 3 or 4 injuries at centre half where Fernandinho had to come in the last game, which didn't go well against Aston Villa. So maybe that's just on their mind as well. Kaiser says City got a top tier squad for the next 6 years. Yeah, and I mean, just speaking and just talking about the next few years, Erling Haaland, if he does an Aguero and stays at City for 10 years, I think he, bar any ridiculous injuries, I think he quite comfortably, break Shearer's record. Liverpool have better centre half depth than City. I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. Who've Liverpool got? They've got Van Dijk, Matip, Kanate, Gomez, and Phillips. That's the 5, isn't it? Now, I've never seen Akanji play, but I know for a fact he's better than Phillips. Ake is better than Gomez.
Ake is better than Van Dijk.
Van Dijk is better than Laporte. Ruben Diaz is better than Matip, and I mean, I'll even give you. If I know, I won't give you. Stones is better than Kanate, so I won't be having that at all. Yeah.
I personally think, aside from Haaland, the best thing we did all window was keep Bernardo Silva.
Yes, that was huge. That was absolutely huge. And may I remind you, yeah, I'm sorry. Mate, dickhead.
I get publicly shamed in Barcelona.
Yeah, I should think so too. Definitely. Stones is better than Kanate, by the way. He just is. Yeah, there is ain't no way that Liverpool have better centre half depth than City. I think that's a little bit of a mad thing to say. But yeah, anyway, sorry, Jack, go on.
Move away from City for a second.
Yeah.
Move Southampton ahead of Wolves now.
Right, I'll do it just for you.
Who have Wolves even signed?
I don't know. I touched on them for like 2 minutes.
Move them above now.
I've done it.
Good.
Musty, Curtis mentioned that we kept Ake right at the start of this chat, I'll have you know.
I'll leave all the Ake talk to Curtis.
Why is Ake better than Van Dijk, Curtis? Go on, mate.
Well, it just is. Has Van Dijk ever scored 2 against Leeds?
Also, is Van Dijk left-footed?
Well, there we go then.
You see, it's as easy as that.
Does Van Dijk have dreadlocks?
It's a very good point. What's this breaking news? What, Fulham signed Dan James on loan? I already knew that. Ake is not awful, Drill. No. Just no. Ake's actually... I was wrong about Ake, by the way. He was our most improved player last season, and...
What a guy.
And Ake's actually really good. And yeah... And yeah, there is no... Yeah, Drill, I just think that's a little bit mad. But yeah... City have quite easily won this window, in my opinion. All they had to do was sign Haaland and
keep Bernardo.
And keep Bernardo, yeah. Look, City have sold some players. However, they have no doubt they are stronger now in terms of personnel than they were last season. Would you rather have Sterling and Jesus or Haaland and Alvarez? I think we all know the answer to that.
Come on now.
Who's better, like a 37-year-old Fernandinho or Phillips? I think I know the answer to that. Zinchenko better than Gomez, sure, but Gomez is only going to be a backup option anyway.
And he's only like 21. Isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's young and he looks versatile, looks interesting. And also the fact that City have sold so many players. This doesn't even show all the spent all the sales, because this does not count for City under 21s. I think Musty had it earlier. Where is it? Where has it gone? Here we go. This is approximate. So City have spent approximately 134 million. They've gained approximately 182 million. So they've made close to 50 million quid. And they've done that while keeping hold of Bernardo Silva and signing one of the most exciting and best young strikers in the world.
What do you mean one of, mate? He's the best.
Oh, there you go. You said it, not me.
Right, has Kylian Mbappe ever scored 9 goals in 5 games in the Premier League?
Has he ever scored 1 goal in the Premier League?
Exactly, mate.
So he's clear.
What a fraud. Bloody nip at all.
There you go. Even halves are saying that Stones is better than Canate. There you go.
Oh, clever man.
Yes.
Well, Stones is world class.
Okay. Stones is very good. I do like Stones a lot. Yeah, I feel like he's a very underrated centre half. I don't think Foden signed an extension yet, Jake. I'm not 100% on that though. Do you guys know anything about that?
Yeah, he hasn't done yet, I don't think.
No doubt he will, I'm sure.
I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah.
It's been offered to him. I'm not sure.
So because Kanate scored a goal against Zach Steffen, that means he's better than Stones. Okay.
Anyone can score against Zach Steffen.
Yeah. Again,
Really.
Jill, sometimes you have this thing where if I say one player's better than another, you think that I'm like disrespecting that player or I think they're shit. Just because I think one player's better than another doesn't mean I think the other one's like bad or anything. I'm not saying Kanate's bad, but he's not the level of John Stones. That's all, and it's as simple as that. It really is. My dead nan could score against Stefan, says Musty. Oh, brilliant. But yes, guys, as I think as City fans, we've got to be buzzing with that window. We needed a striker. We brought in a striker. We needed a defensive midfielder. We brought in a defensive midfielder. We needed a left back. We brought in a left back. And we even got a bonus centre back because why not?
Mate, just wait until January. We're signing Jude Bellingham.
There you go. You heard it here first. Curtis, mate, do you have any final words? Any final thoughts? Doesn't have to be about City, or the window can be about anything you want.
Ake is the best defender in the world, and Gerard Romano can fuck because he is sold.
Absolutely. And Jack, do you have any final thoughts, final words?
Julian Alvarez is the greatest player in the history of football.
Love it. Love it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you for being Noblets as well and supporting the channel. Genuinely means the world. I'll speak to you guys later.
Love you, mate.
Love you guys too. Bye. There we go. In case you're wondering what I'm looking down at, by the way, I'm looking at the Discord just to see if there's anyone waiting to come in. I don't think there is. I think we're all good. I don't think anyone else wants to. I don't think anyone else wants to come in, so I think I can close the Discord now. Sensational stuff, Curtis. With his Ake situation. But that way, Foden's got 3 assists this season. Oh, he only had 2. Oh, that's sick. Anyway, yeah, I want to talk about this in the podcast, by the way. Alvarez, yeah, he played like a sort of second striker, false 9, 3-8 left wing position. It was really weird. But there you go. But there you go. Yes, I think it's fair to say City have had the best window. I'll move West Ham up there just because DR was going to make an edit for me. This is not a totally accurate one. The only one that I'm happy with some of these, like, but some of them I was just like letting the person talking just to guide me. But so I mean, in general, this is happy. The middle's a little bit muddy. Certainly, City have had the best window. Yeah, these are both broken. Oh, goodness me. Can someone on the YouTube please ban that bot? Goodness me. Goodness me. Goodness me. Can we please ban the bot? Thank you. Thank you. Don't ban it too, ban it. But guys, that is the the Cardiff window. Right, we'll do the Cardiff window and then we'll end the stream. Cardiff City transfer marked, and then we'll end the stream, chaps. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. By the way, I know that you guys. Well, I hope you guys like these deadline day specials. Wow, look at all the money they spent. What a dub. Bro's airing me because he can't admit it. Sorry, Drill. What's that in reference to? Let me know. Sorry if I've missed the chat. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Sure. Why not? Looks like you spent 50 grand on Ollie Tanner from Lose FC, who I've never heard of. Etete from Spurs under 21. He signed Shea from Liverpool. It's not that inspired, to be honest, halves. Who's the president? Mo. If Stone's better than Matip, I'll say no. But I think that's quite a close one, to be fair. I think Matip's injury record doesn't help him, but for the sake of argument, I'll say that yeah. But in terms of what we were talking about, it's not really relevant because Diaz is better than Matip. Even if he is, it doesn't matter because Stones is our third choice and Matip is your second. Yeah, that's sort of what I mean. So it's a moot point anyway. A hashtag United window, says Jake. Waiting for Mo to announce vice president. But there we go, guys. That is the win. That is the window. That is deadline day. As I say, really hope you guys enjoyed it. What's this? Work permit sorted. Willie Notto will be new Leeds player. Dan James during film on a loan deal. Any that we missed? That Batshuayi ideal collapsing is quite funny. Yeah. Anything else? Barcelona are so weird, man. What are they doing? Southampton signing a couple players. I like it when they've got a picture because then I can immediately see what's going on. 37.5 million euro option. Aubameyang has gone to Chelsea, Baldy. Yeah, let's have. Yeah, Musty's right. Let's have a look at this clown. This absolute clown. All summer, this man has been saying that Bernardo Silva has come into Barcelona and it's a done deal, and you know Barca have sent loads of offers and all that shite. And what? And even the player himself, but the player himself confirmed he's not received any offers, and but apparently, yeah, exactly, an agreed deal for 50 million. I could see Bernardo go next to him, maybe about Baldy, but by then, if that is happening, then City will actually have a replacement lined up. The issue was, if he was going to go this summer, City wouldn't have had time to get a replacement sorted. If he goes next summer, at least we'll have a replacement ready. Or you know, an alternative, because there is no replacement for Bernardo, to be honest. But yeah, fuck Barcelona and fuck Gerard Romero for being a dickhead and being a huge fraudulent man. If you aren't following me on Twitter, what are you doing? I love that. Do make sure to give me a follow. It's just LNobbins. As you can see, this is City dunking on Barca. Bernardo and Pep signed the thing. If that did happen, that would be lovely. But yeah, guys, have a lovely rest of your evening. The next stream will be on Saturday. Next stream will be on Saturday. There is no football quiz tomorrow because of reasons. Thank you, Curtis, for doing that. So the next stream will be on Saturday, and I believe it's City versus Villa, or Villa versus City. Anyway, check. Let's double check. Yes, Aston Villa versus City, 5 PM. We'll be streaming, and on Sunday, 4:15, United versus Arsenal. But yeah, guys, have a lovely rest of your evening. City on top, Gerard Romero in the mud, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Press the right button there, Teehee. Oh, go watch the podcast. Go watch the podcasts. Exclamation mark podcast in the chat. That's a new command. In fact, let me do it right now because I want to show off. It's a new command. Go follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and go rate it, etc., etc. Go do it right now. There it is. My future award-winning football podcast. Click that link right now or you're a fraud. Bye.